Line for the bathroom, grass on the patio.
It's not even real grass. All right. So, this is a broken hourglass.
You're not even real grass.
That's true. It's whenever it gets down to like that spot, it just stops. Right there.
It has a very strong sense of drama.
Yeah, it's like, ooh.
All right, let's see. This is a 3-minute timer. It's been about 10 minutes, so it should be done soon. All right. Okay. Last time, Kevin was bitten by a skull that he picked up out of a footlocker that looked like it was stuffed inside there. Probably not the right music for that.
That's what's going through the rest of our heads watching Kevin get bit by a skeleton.
Just this happy music.
Fucked up.
That is fucked up. I'm with Kevin on this one. All right, so Kevin dropped it and then promptly got nearly gutted by it with its axe. That was pretty cool. Actually, literally got gutted by it.
Yep.
But survived. This,
Magic cures all infections.
I mean, I don't know if it's been long enough for infection to set in, so you don't know if it's cured or not.
There's still
There's still hope? Oh my god. All right. So you fought a bunch of skeletons because that one, waking up, woke up a whole bunch of others, all of which funneled into the room where you were at to attack you. One particularly devious skeleton melted himself to cause a poison cloud to enter the room in order to get you to quote-unquote join them. As it entreated. Now my timeline's all mixed up. Did you guys find the frozen griffin after that?
Yes.
Yes, that's right. Okay, so after you killed it, you explored some of the other rooms. You found a battlement, I think is the word for it. Rampart.
Parapet.
It's not a parapet. Parapet's like a wall, isn't it? Specifically. Am I wrong? No. Well, you climbed up a spiral staircase to an area that was open to the air. It gave you a view of the gaping void that had opened up in Kurthis. Colored lights coming out of it, looking ominous. And attached to the side of the tower is a frozen dead griffin, which Kevin knocked over, and it fell into the crevice. Crevasse, whatever. I'm not sure which one is appropriate there, actually.
How big is it?
It's huge.
That's crevasse.
Crevasse, okay. Is that what the difference is?
Yeah, a crevice is just like a little split in a fissure in the stone, right?
Okay, so crevasse is...
Like a chasm.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you. I've actually never known what the difference between those two are, so I appreciate that.
Well, hopefully I made up the right definition for it.
Did you make it up?
No, that was my understanding of it.
I'm going to look it up later. And I'll let you know what I find. But yes, it fell into the crevasse, and you no longer could see it nor hear it hit the bottom. When you found additional notes written by whomever wrote the notes previously, one of which you found on the gentleman's body as he was sitting. Oh wait, I completely skipped over a thing. You found a kitchen. You explored the kitchen. It looked a little bit disheveled, and then you made it more disheveled by destroying chairs and throwing them into the fireplace. You opened a door literally to the elements. It was frozen, and you decided to traverse across Omega, carrying Lanfifi above her head, and using Lanfifi as a portable blowtorch to melt the ice around the hinges of the door on the opposite side of the training ground, which is where all the snow was. You opened it up into what appeared to be a chapel of some sorts, a chapel to the goddess Helone. Inside you found a broken statue of Helone, which you mended, and you felt a warm glow on yourself. And you also found the body of the person who wrote the notes. The last note was attached to his chest by a dagger that he put there himself, saying that he was outside of Halone's light. And indeed, where he was sitting in the chapel, there was no light shining on him.
Ooh.
Yes. And then you heard a loud screeching sound coming from the room behind the altar. And that's where we're picking up today.
And everybody except Millie has bless for 2 minutes.
Correct.
Because she defaced the statue.
That is correct.
Like
After
a
it
true
was
rebellious teen.
refaced.
What was that?
She was rebellious.
Oh, okay. I thought I posted something.
Oh no, I said she defaced the statue after it was refaced.
Ah, yes. Hello.
It's only chalk, and it was only to talk shit.
Talking shit, very important.
Yes.
All right, what do y'all
Especially
do?
when you can't talk.
What does bless do?
It gives you 1d4 added to any attack roll or saving throw you make.
Ooh.
Like the opposite. Yeah.
Did the scream seem scared or angry?
Yes.
Scream.
It was a screech more than a scream.
I look toward Kevin. Do we check it out?
I mean, how's everyone doing? Y'all feeling okay to go into another fight? I mean, I thought we all had to like rest a little bit longer, but I'm happy to go check it out.
I'm all right. I can't speak for everybody.
I'm fit as a fiddle.
That was interesting.
I'll be right behind you.
All right. I mean, all right. Let's go. What do you think could make a scream like that? I mean, you think there might be like a little girl in danger?
I would probably err more on the side of caution than expecting that.
Oh, so the little girl's named Caution? All
Sure,
right.
but be
Well, this
careful.
little girl named Caution. I'll find her. Don't you worry. And I guess I look because it came behind the statue, right?
I don't know where you came.
Where did this sound come from? Originate from?
It came from a room behind the altar.
Sealed or open?
You don't see a door. There is like where a door would be. There's a walkway.
I go to the walkway, and I poke my head around, and I go, "Hello."
You see a dim light. It's kind of purplish blue and flashing, but it's not really easy to make out what you're looking at. Down that hallway is actually down. It's a staircase leading below into a lower chamber, and in that lower chamber, you don't see much from where you are at the top of the stairs. You just basically see the floor and the dim colored light that I just mentioned.
It's not this weird purple colored light. I'm not exactly sure what it is. Let me see. Hey, little girl, Caution! You're down there. I scream down the stairs.
No answer.
This little girl must be in trouble. I'm gonna head on down. And I just head on down.
Wait, Kevin, wait. Hold on. Come here a second.
Yes.
So, Sherbin, I sort of give a jump and pop his helmet, and I cast light on his helmet.
Oh.
I love that she has to jump to hit.
Hey, you trying to jump somewhere? I can help you up. You accidentally hit my helmet. I didn't think you mean to do that.
No,
Did this
just
room
trying
just
to.
get brighter?
Just, I think you're fine to find a wander down the stairs. I wouldn't want you to fall and take a tumble.
Oh, thank you. Couldn't someone give me like a light source that I can take down the stairs with me, please?
You're wearing it.
I start like looking at my clothes. I don't see any light source on me.
It's your helmet.
Oh, you had to say. Oh, that's why you hit. It all makes sense now. I'm sorry. I really appreciate it. Sure.
Yeah, get down the stairs.
Yeah, like, oh, all right. Don't have to tell me twice. I start to head down the stairs.
Hey, Kevin, I would keep your weapon at the ready if I were you.
I have it by my side. Is that close enough?
I mean, you might want to keep it in front of you.
All right, I'll keep it in front of me as I walk down. And Kevin holds it straight out and starts walking down.
Okay, just so you know, and you're able to discern this, the narrowness of the stairs makes it so that if you were to try to swing your weapon, you would be doing so at disadvantage. Just so you know. I'm just trying to...
Oh, okay. Okay, that's good to know. So I put away my greatsword and I take out my rusty axe.
Okay, that one you could probably swing a little bit more freely.
Perfect. And I start walking down the stairs.
Okay, just so you know, it's about, I was gonna say, how do I translate stories into FF language? Psalms? No. It's like a 30 foam decline that you're going down.
A little girl, you there? You down there?
As in 30 feet from here to here, or 30 feet from here to here by the time you get to the bottom?
Yeah, it's a height difference of 30 feet.
Gotcha.
That's what I'm trying to say. So you'd be going down basically three flights of stairs, 3 stories. So you're calling for a little girl.
Yep.
You hear a sound, but no answer. Were you able to hear that sound?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
A little girl, if you're trying to get into contact with me, just scream again. I'll try to figure out where you are from the scream. I'll keep walking down.
Okay.
I'm guessing this is a single file staircase then?
It is single file. It's large enough that a rotund priest could fit in it. So let's say 1.5 normal humans or normal elves. Elves.
So like Inti and Lon Fifi could walk fine.
Yes.
Does it have-
But everyone else is one-on-one.
Well, I mean, one person and like
And half of
one
another.
Lalafels can abreast, but yeah.
It has a handrail, right?
Nope.
Ooh,
So
dangerous.
dangerous.
There's no OSHA here. So, all right.
Come a long way in the thousands of years since the place fell.
So who's going second after Kevin then?
Yeah, what do we want our marching order to be?
I mean, Sid asks, so Sid will follow Kevin.
Okay, I'll go third then.
I'll go fourth.
Millie will take up the rear then.
Genbu?
Yeah, he'll probably actually be in the rear because he wants to follow you.
I mean, he is a follower.
I think he's away probably at the moment. So we'll just continue on. And then we'll just say Lan Fifi and Omega.
In the middle somewhere.
Sure.
And with Inti.
Okay. So, Dale's there too. He's just, you can't see him.
He's mastered ethereal magic. He's always present.
If
But
Robert.
not.
If Robert.
It kind of sounds like it's going through the laptop mic again and not the actual mic.
Oh, are we hard to hear?
Yeah.
No,
Not-
I hear you fine.
Yeah, not
Really?
for
Maybe,
it must
maybe
just
you might
be-
want to turn them up.
I'll be right back.
Okay. If Robert was playing it, I figured out how I was going to have him get here. And he's going to be like, I don't know what happened, but one of the goblins gave me something to drink in Idleshire. I've been able to see you and hear you and follow you, but I've been completely invisible of you the entire time.
Amazing.
Like, that's if he was playing. So I'm like, well, how the fuck would he get in here?
Yeah. I like that explanation a lot. Like every new character's introduction is, I've been following you for quite some time, but only until now am I able to communicate. So I'm fully abreast of the situation, but none of you know me.
Oh, I'm actually Millie's cousin. I know everything about Millie. You guys ever see Beer Fest?
Yeah, yeah.
Don't do that movie.
I'm Landfill's cousin. Or was it brother?
you call me landfill.
Call me Lamp. I really like it. If you just pretended like he never died and treated me exactly the same, I loved it. Such a funny little joke.
Like, why did you kill him in the first place? And
I
it's
think
like,
it's
just to use
brilliant
that joke.
comedy.
Just to use that joke, it's so great.
Whatever happened to Broken Lizard? Like, they made a bunch of movies and then they just stopped.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? They made Super Troopers too.
They did make Super Troopers
I
too.
did. I never saw it.
There's a
Yeah,
huge
me either.
gap.
It came out on my birthday, so I had to see it.
It came out the same day the Avengers came out. Avengers Endgame
420.
too. Yeah.
Wow. All right. Anyway, Kevin, as you progress down the stairs, you don't slip.
Thank
Congratulations.
the Lord.
That
It
bless.
does. Well, it hits everybody.
Our
Sorry.
tiny frame
Domino
manages
effect.
to knock everyone
Yeah.
down.
No, you just hit their legs and then they trip. Yeah.
Nothing but kneecaps.
No, that's lava. Oh wait, that's ankles. All right, so Kevin, as you approach the bottom, you see that the stairway opens up into a much larger room, and you're immediately hit by a cold breeze. And you will see, and you see an open, worked stone area. It was very clearly built by hand, but part of it has completely broken away, and now the view is in the. Let me try this again. Part of it is broken away and fallen into the abyss that had opened, the large crevasse that had opened. So what was once an indoor basement type area is now kind of open to the elements in places. Just to give you an idea of what you're looking at. Did you do this? I don't remember doing that. There. That one was knocked over. And so was this. And you guys came down right here. This is where you came in. I'm sure you can't see it, so Jimmy, if you want to set up the other camera.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Like the door on the floor. It's nice.
But this area here is open to the elements, and it looks like there was more to it that just fell away into the void.
Hey, it looks like there's something open over here, everyone. Do I peer in? Do I see a little girl? I know I don't. No little girl?
No one at all.
Camera moving. Brace yourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
New audio device detected.
So dumb.
Yeah, the camera froze.
Oh.
Weird. I didn't.
Oh yeah, it did freeze. Yeah.
Ah, it's gone.
Gone.
We've been dismissed to the abyss.
What just happened?
All I can see is a dark void. I'm not really sure if this light's working, Sherwin. I'm tapping my head. Nothing seems to be going on. It's just black.
You should try punching yourself in the face.
How's that supposed to help, Gabu?
Well, it's like a glow stick. You have to crack it before it starts to light up.
I don't know what a glow stick is, but all right, it sounds reasonable. Crack myself in the head. Nope, still void. I don't see much.
Oh, you didn't do it hard enough.
Oh, I gotta hit myself harder. All right, well, it's hard to get a full swing with this such confined space. You know what I'm saying?
Kevin, I have a feeling no matter how hard you hit yourself, it's still gonna be void.
It actually got darker after the first hit. Maybe if I hit myself again, it'll get lighter. I'm not sure.
Did we just lose them?
I
Yeah.
think so.
I can't even hear anyone.
Kevin
I
went
feel like
far.
I've lost half the party.
Oh.
Okay. There we go.
I feel like there's a lack of a presence of God amongst us right now. Like I felt very warm and guided before, but now it just seems like there's nothing in this void. But at least I can see again. That's the good news.
Oh, the
Yeah.
hand of God.
Oh,
Closed.
Can you hear us?
Yep,
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Weird. I had to leave the call and rejoin for some reason.
Discord does that sometimes.
Make sure it's using the mic and not camera or the computer.
Yeah, I think because they moved the mic away from Daz, now he sounds. Well, actually, I don't even know where Daz is.
I didn't move the mic at all. I only moved the webcam.
You should probably check. To
No,
make sure.
Daz moved the mic when he was trying to show us that.
I didn't move the mic.
No, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't move the mic at all.
But it says it's coming through the microphone.
I hear you about the same.
Yeah, it's fine right now. I just remember distinctly the mic was in the center of the table, and then it moved away from Daz to the left.
Okay, so point it towards the center is what he's saying.
Okay, but that's our top-ish down view.
Are we supposed to be seeing-
Three-quarter isometric.
With lack of traction there.
Oh, isometric, yeah.
Is the camera working?
Yeah,
Yeah, can you
Try
actually
to-
just point it towards
Oh.
Daz, move it a little closer to him?
I had to switch off of their display and go back onto it.
Okay.
He says move the microphone closer to the middle of the table.
Oh.
Thank you.
No problem. We just move the camera again.
We'll set it on there to pin it in place. Because that bottom one's a little warped, so it wobbles.
Thumbs up.
A giant
That's great.
thumb.
What are you talking about? That was the hand of God.
Since Kevin's the first one through.
It looks like there's a giant hole that opened up. It's super cold down here. Little girl. Little girl.
No answer.
It looks safe. I'll move in a little bit further. I'm not sure if I can trust this floor not falling away, but and I kind of like tap the ground as one would like hit their foot, checking its like stability.
Sid's gonna cast mage armor on himself and follow.
No, we need a sit.
Is it very breezy, Kevin? Maybe
It's what?
maybe it's the winds. Maybe the wind made that sound.
Oh well, that could be. I mean, definitely the wind makes some sound, but it's very breezy down here. Looks like there's a wall that's no longer a wall, now exposed to the snow.
There's also kind of a swirling breeze that you feel while you're in here.
I mean, right now it's safe to come down. I don't see any bad creatures down here. No skeletons, at least. I put away my hand axe and I take out my great sword.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, there we go. That's what we used for Sid last time.
Oh, you're right. We used Lucifer for Sid.
Mm.
Sorry.
Yeah, everyone, come on down. I mean, I don't know if we need all come here, but
You based it off of Lucifer.
I mean, the room looks so detailed this time versus other rooms. I just feel like we should spend a little time here.
Back to normal. She's dancing in blood.
Nice. Hey,
Oh God, there's a giant pillar. It's rolling.
please stop destroying the scenery.
Okay. Millie's power is too strong.
Thank you. All right, you're in the middle of this room. There is an odd presence. It's kind of like this oppressive feeling. The air, even though it's stirring, feels stale.
Is that everybody? Kevin, Sid, Shervin, Deus, Genbu. Yeah, okay. And then so for reference, Jess, the white figure is Shervin.
He made you a lava fell.
Inty.
Yes.
I mean, technically same size, but it was the shortest mini I could find that wasn't Eric's.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I mean,
By the way-
she's 5 feet tall. She's not a fucking Lalafell or anything.
She's
Yes, you
4'10".
don't have to order it.
Oh,
But it's a
410.
It's a time-honored tradition once you've been addicted to this game to go build something on Hero Forge.
Especially new options, like you can put shirts underneath armor now.
Yeah, Jess, you should check out Hero Forge after
Oh,
this
yeah.
and build
Oh,
Shervin.
yeah.
And then
I was
if you really
thinking
want
about
to-
it. I was thinking about it, but I'm like, it doesn't look quite like how I want them
Want it.
to. So then I started to think about, well, maybe I can try and 3D print my drawing, but that's a rabbit hole that I don't want to fall down.
That's a fun
Not
rabbit hole.
yet.
You have enough people with 3D printing skills. And if you can design it in a 3D program, then it just needs to be sent, and you can build it.
Yeah, but
Very
I'd
nice.
have to learn the program.
Ah, got it.
Well, what
Key
you
piece.
can do,
Did you already do that?
I joined a Facebook group that
I'm not
is
in that- I
all
don't think I'm in that
people
chat.
posting
Oh, I
their
just talked to
custom
them
Hero
individually.
Forge designs.
That's cool.
And some of those people come up with insanely creative ways of using like overlapped character models to get different textures or hiding tails as scenery and whatnot. And you could find, and they'll post the link to their piece so
Like
you
somebody
can,
made a throne out
yeah.
of pieces.
And then eventually they came out with actual chairs.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you could find someone's design that looks approximately like what you're going for, and they'll either have posted the link or you can ask them for the link, and then you can copy it to your Hero Forge account and then tweak it to fit Sherbin.
That's wild. I love that people
Oh,
get that
cool.
creative.
Yeah, like there's people who've been able to make like fully like six-legged insectoid monsters by combining 3 character models together in weird and interesting ways. So if you
That's awesome.
you may be able to find something like
I
that.
saw that
They
movie.
post stuff all the time of really,
Human centipede.
oh geez, really innovative designs to get that look that you're going for. And they're always updating Hero Forge itself with new features.
Ooh.
Back to the game. Oppressive air, smells stale and dusty. You hear distant thunder crack, but you don't see any lightning.
Well, let me look around, and I'm gonna start like kind of making kind of a circle, but avoiding the rubble, and kind of like going around the pillars and just checking around.
Okay. Make an investigation check for me.
Oh, I'm the worst person to do that. Oh God, why don't I have my dice? Shoot.
A distant thunder crack, no lightning associated.
1 sec. I gotta pull up a roll.
First skeletons, then frozen griffins. What are the odds we're going to have a skeleton griffin?
Oh, get wrecked! 18. That's
Hey.
with the -1.
You find dusty, somewhat snow-covered ground with nothing else looking out of the ordinary here.
Get wrecked! A wasted 19 roll. I don't really see anything, but
Whoa.
Dibes on something.
Okay, it's not coming up reversed. There.
Right. Yeah.
Well, anyone else getting that weird like feeling like something's wrong? You know, like kind of like you gotta poop, but you know,
Don't
there's no
you
poop.
dare! You wait until we're outside.
No, I'm not saying I'm not saying I gotta go. I'm just saying, you know, that feeling you get when something feels off.
Yeah, something's down here. I can't put my finger on it though.
I'm surprised you can get that feeling, Kevin.
Now, what makes you say that, Gabu?
Just, you know, everything about you.
I'm glad I can surprise you every day. Hey, we may just get along, Gabu. We may just get along after all.
Perhaps we
Um,
will, young man. Perhaps we will.
I would like to check out the rubble, I guess.
How old is Genbu?
37.
Is he really the oldest at
A
the
couple years old.
He
is.
is.
35.
Sid's
Kevin,
35.
I love that everybody just immediately assumed that Sid was an old man, given that
He acts
yeah.
mature.
Compared to us.
He's very well seasoned.
She could be 12 for all intents and purposes with her behavior.
By the way, do you mind that I constantly refer to you as Sid, or would you prefer I use the full name?
Done. No, Sid's fine.
Okay. All right.
You went by Professor Sid in the school,
Yeah.
right?
No, we went
Yep.
Professor Bertle. I thought it was.
That's what
He didn't care too much.
Okay, because like I know Long Fifi will say Professor Sid, so I'm
He-
just assuming Millie would have also used the same.
He wasn't going to be one of those. You must refer to me as Doctor PhD.
Must refer to me as Doctor JD.
What?
Juris
Oh.
Doctorate.
Oh.
Some
I thought
lawyers will
you
be
were-
like, I have a doctorate, you must refer to me as Doctor so-and-so.
I thought you were talking about Scrubs, because JD becomes a doctor.
I also thought he was talking about Scrubs.
I also thought he was talking about Scrubs.
I just
I
started
love that
rewatching
show.
that series.
Yeah, it's a great show.
I'm on season 2.
You've only you
No,
never
I'm
saw
rewatching it. I'm
Oh,
rewatching
okay.
it.
All right, back to the game. Sorry to our viewers at home.
I'll check out the rubble, I guess.
Okay.
It's a mimic.
Yeah.
The rebel reaches out and grabs Sid and pulls him in. No.
Well, that's the end of that.
Roll investigation check, please.
Everybody else just nopes out of there.
I really love your model, Chris.
Oh, thank you.
Does the bless apply to that?
It's no bless the saving throws and attack rolls.
Uh,
From when we left.
Yeah, which I'm gonna say about a minute has passed at least. We'll go with that.
that's going to be a 17.
Pick a fight.
17. Okay.
Hmm.
You all right over there, Dustin?
More thunder.
I guess not. Maybe he died.
Was that his death rattle?
Must have been.
Guy who died of old age.
That was the zombie griffin coming in,
Oh,
swooping
no.
in and grabbing him. That's what that sound was. All right. You rustle around in the rubble, and you find a finger bone.
Get another like 7 or so, and then you.
I'm not just saying that because it was you that was looking in there, just FYI.
The secret has been that Sid is Dr. Frankenstein this whole time.
Oh my gosh.
Sid's been trying to assemble a skeleton. Like he's like, one we've never had back home. I need a skeleton.
For anatomy class, I don't care if they're mismatched. It's better than nothing.
It's a finger bone from like the first knuckle, and it appears to be gnawed on, like teeth marks.
Sherbin's gonna take a look at the pillar that she's close to. See if there's any sort of decorations. Yeah, that one. The standing one. Just to see if there's any decorations of note.
Well, she's not on top of it.
Very
It's not.
good.
It's not a
She
good
got
pillar if it's
squeezed
not
between the
fucking
pillar and
connected to
ceiling.
the.
Wish.
It's a graphical glitch, there wasn't proper collision established. Now she's stuck in the wall.
Guess you gotta reload your last save.
Hashtag or / unstuck.
Yeah. Is that a thing?
In some games it is.
Oh, cool.
It usually kills you. And then you respawn at the nearest respawn.
Makes sense. Sorry, you made me laugh. You're inspecting the pillar. Go ahead and roll an inspection check. Investigation.
$13.
Okay. Looking around the pillar and just running your fingers along it, you find carved imagery of Helone, the goddess, and it looks like her many deeds. It appears to be a mural of her leading the Elezen towards dragons. However, it's been heavily defaced, and not by Kevin or Millie.
I wondered if the soldiers had a change of heart and had a bit of. I wonder if the soldiers did this.
Does it? Does the defacing look like claw marks?
Some of it appears to be scratches. Some of it just appears to be some undesirable material smeared along it.
Oh, maybe that's where the smell's coming from.
Probably not. Just put that out there.
For clarity, the abyss is here,
And here.
and okay, so it's like
And
here
there.
and there.
Yeah.
Like okay, so this wall is, or this corner is intact. There's a gap into the abyss, and then a big gap into the abyss, and a gap into the abyss.
Just to be a little bit clearer, these walls right here were made after the fact. They were put up as like barriers built up by the soldiers that were here.
Okay.
Otherwise, the rest of it had fallen away. So this wall, it's sturdy, but it's
It looks visually.
It doesn't
distinct
match?
from this wall, which
Correct.
is original foundation.
correct. It does not appear to be any kind of expertly crafted wall.
Gotcha.
It's more like a barricade.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. So then basically this whole corner
Yeah.
is fucked up.
Yeah, that's also a barricade, and that's where you could assume maybe they ran out of material.
And then, but this is original.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
Kevin, I would stay away from the horrifying abyss as much as you can.
I'll give it a shot, but 1 second. I just want to test something out. Don't you call them what do you call them? Experiments, a science experiment. And I pick up.
Are you literally leaning over?
Yeah. So that's to have the most stable footing
Okay.
to peer
Are
over the
you
edge.
laying on the
She's
ground?
gonna spit over it. I know she is.
I would be terrified. I don't care how much of my body was on flat ground. Just the fact that I had any of me hanging out over the abyss, I would be terrified.
No, anytime I've gone like the Space Needle up in
Yeah,
Washington, just like
Nope, we're done.
Nope, I'm not afraid of heights, but I'm afraid of this.
I'm not afraid of heights. I'm afraid of hitting the ground.
Yeah. Fuck physics.
Physics sucks. Everybody hates physics.
It's like maybe I'm gonna have a heart attack on the way down, so I don't.
Right, yeah. No, when I was in 3rd grade, we had to write an epitaph for ourselves. Like,
What the fuck?
I know, in 3rd grade. So mine was on my 300th birthday. I go skydiving and don't open the chute and have a heart attack on the way down. That was my epitaph.
That's right. Player agency, buddy.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm not opening that fucking shit.
That's right. All right. So Kevin's still Genbu's standing on the broken door. Okay, cool. Millie, make a wisdom saving throw.
Fuck. I'm not bad at that. Oh, was much better. What do I got?
Plus D4.
Nope.
Nope, you don't have it.
17.
17. Okay. You manage not to shit yourself. You are not affected by any kind of frightened status, but it is a terrifying, apparently bottomless abyss with light that is swirling around.
Like similar to what we saw from the tower, where it was like
It's almost identical to that. However, while you're looking at the light, it captivates you to the point where you can't help but stare as it's making these meandering circles and strafes around the area below.
what color light was it? Like purple?
Purple and green.
So she's a cat.
You get this very strong urge to jump off and catch the light. But you don't. But, well, I'm not going to say that you don't do it. That's up to you.
I resisted the compulsion, but I followed through on principle.
Yeah, there you go.
So Kevin picks up a rock. They say this is an experiment, and he chucks it in front of him into the abyss. Now I'm listening to see when I hear the rock hit something, because then I think I can calculate how far it is to the ground. I haven't figured out how I would calculate that yet, but oh shoot, I was supposed to be counting.
Love it so much, John.
Very Kevin. Unfortunately for Kevin, you don't hear it hit the ground.
Must have just missed it. I don't know.
Perhaps it was because you were talking. Maybe it landed immediately after you threw it, and it's just a very small fall.
Or maybe just need a bigger rock. So now I try to grab a big stone and then chuck it over.
Are you picking this up off the rubble pile that's there?
I am.
Okay. All right, you get yourself a big stone, almost as big as your head, and you, with
That's a
some
big stone.
with some difficulty, chuck it over the edge. It's pretty heavy.
Does it take him with it?
No. He doesn't
Can
like
it?
Darwin. Everyone's heard of that one, right? The people that are chucking debris off the top of a skyrise, and they tie themselves to a big rock so that they don't fall off, and then they throw the big rock off.
What?
No, but that would win the award.
Yeah.
Okay, so
the guy
Kevin tries to tie himself to a big rock to make sure it doesn't. Just kidding.
It's like they get drunk up there so that the day goes by faster, and they forgot that they tied themselves to a big old rock, and then they chuck it over the side.
God.
Yeah, I don't hear anything. That thing must be pretty deep.
Millie, I
What did you find in the rubble pile?
Is that?
Ooh.
There you go. That lets
Yeah,
you-
I would stay
Long-
away from it as much
long
as you
pulse.
can.
You guys got the bottom word there.
Bomb pulse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, is
Uh,
it showing up backwards to y'all, or is it showing?
No, it's
right?
perfect. It's perfect. Don't look into the abyss.
It's
Compulsion.
reversed for us.
Yeah.
Which is weird that that's not automatically corrected.
Yeah.
But yeah, Millie will get up and back away.
Well, strangely on brand. It's strangely on brand for me as of late. I found a finger in the rubble pile.
Finger.
Perhaps there's more in there then. Fingers
If-
generally have hands, which have arms, which have bodies.
Well, considering the scratch marks on this, I don't know that I want to dig for more.
Scratch marks.
We gotta be careful, right? Because those skeletons could come out of whatever that grave is.
As such,
Well, remember
Sid's gonna
what that
back
note
away from the rubble a bit.
You know, remember what that note said? Yeah, that might not have been a finger you found. You probably could have found someone's impromptu toothpick.
I guess they could be one and the same if it's the right person.
Deus, anything?
I'm watching what Millie's writing.
Scratchier. That's the only side effect of my rubber band trick.
Where's the rubber band? Inside?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
To just add more.
Got it. That's smart.
I'm glad it worked because I was getting really annoyed with every half word. As Millie finishes writing that, let me know if that makes sense to you guys.
So you're even more compulsed to jump in right now?
Yeah, I'm in back towards the center of the room, but the pull is stronger. But she's going to tie her silk rope around her waist and then around the pillar that's next to her.
This one?
Yeah, giving her like a good 50 feet of rope,
Okay.
but just in case.
What compulsion does she have? To jump?
Yeah, that's the
Call of the void. I think
Ah.
that's what they like. It's like when you
It's a
know
weird
something is
psychological-
awful for you, but you still have the desire to like jump off an edge or something like that. I think they call that the call of the void.
yeah. That sounds.
Or college? No.
Yeah, I would stay as far from that edge as we possibly can.
Okay, so now I'm going to be keeping an eye on Millie the whole time to make sure she doesn't untie herself and leap.
I just felt
It's like a Jason the Argonaut situation.
and that's essentially what she's thinking.
Yeah, so I'm just going to keep an eye on Millie.
Okay. And how much give did you give yourself on the rope?
50 feet.
Okay. Still plenty to jump off.
Still playing to jump off, but not enough.
Millie inadvertently creates bungee jumping.
In this case, she would inadvertently create a broken spine.
Yeah.
With 50 feet,
I don't
it's
think
about half that.
And I don't think Silk Road has a lot of give. Silk Road has a lot of give.
It
Yeah.
very much does not. In fact, with how fine the rope is, she might even bisect herself if the impact force is great enough.
Yeah. Could be. It's thin.
Yeah,
All right.
but
What's everyone doing?
Does
You got
this
about 30 seconds left on your bless.
Does this pillar have the same depictions as the one that Sherman described?
It has others, but similar.
Is it still Halone?
Yes. Also,
I'm gonna dig through that rubble some more.
Okay. Sure. Roll an investigation check.
Drop my dice on, please. I got a 19.
Damn you all.
Okay. You pull away some more of the rubble, and it's becoming kind of clear to you at this point that the rubble didn't just fall that way, it was placed that way. As you uncover it, you find that there's a big hole underneath it, and within that hole are a large number of gnawed gnawed-on skeletons.
This is something's den. Sid's gonna
Zombie
start
Griffin,
backing.
I knew it.
This is,
I
this
knew
is likely.
You need to go.
Sid is
likely where they
backing
put
away
their-
from that rubble pile.
Well, this is likely where they discarded their food.
Or owl
sources.
pellets. We need to go.
Sid, I believe you should give these last rites. It's only proper, right?
Be happy to do that when I know that whatever put those things there isn't around.
Well,
And literally, as Sid says that, I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw.
Hey,
As
who'd we get?
I think it's Eric. A Constitution saving throw. No, it's Dylan. What's up, Dylan?
Hey.
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 How was your audition?
It went fine. Everything
Okay.
went just fine.
Hope you get it.
Yeah.
Okay. Dylan, just to quickly fill you in, everybody's looking around in the room down here. This is below the altar that you were in at the end of the last session. And looking around this room, basically half of the room has fallen into that abyss that I described, that chasm that had opened.
Gotcha.
And they just uncovered a mass grave.
Oh.
The chasm has an oddly compulsory effect. Millie looked into it, seemingly resisted the urge to yeet herself off the edge to capture the glowing lights, and the pull to do so got stronger the further away from the edge she moved back. So she tied herself to a pillar.
Yeah, I don't know. That just sounds like something Millie would do. I don't know if it's. I think Millie's tricking us.
Speaking of, Kevin chucked some stones into the void. Nothing.
That's true.
Couldn't hear anything. And now we have to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Do we still have bless?
Saving throw as an ear-piercing shriek rings through the air.
And Dylan, I put you as the dwarf with the quarterstaff again because quarterstaff.
Thank you.
Is bless
appreciate you
still
knowing.
effect?
Bless is in effect for one more round.
Oh,
All right. So we get a D4.
Oh,
So you'll have it for the first round of combat, but it's gone after that.
to the 4.
got a 4 on that roll.
Well, this is
22.
the highest con save Millie will ever roll of an 18.
Wow.
Hey.
Nice.
19 minus 1.
So you could still go higher. All right.
So we do the D20 plus the D4
Yes.
plus if you have a
plus your
Plus
Constitution
whatever
modifier.
your saving
Mhm.
is the top of your sheet.
gotcha.
That's going to be a 6 for Sid.
Oh, nice job, Sid.
Millie's soul, Sid's constitution.
So that was your modifier. What's your roll?
Wow.
Do we have a paladin around us by chance?
Dylan took off his camera.
Use the bathroom real quick before this starts.
But I wanted to see the muscle
light
man.
he's
Got
That's why I'm in a dirty looking outfit. Oh, it's my light was acting funny, so I turned it on and off again.
All good. Okay. So what did everybody get? We got Millie got an 18. Sid got a 6.
17 for me.
17 for Deus.
21 for me.
Wow.
20
Uh,
for Kevin.
20. Okay. And Omega.
I hate to add on to the 20 train, but a 24.
Wow.
Fine, guys.
Bye, Sid. Sucks to suck, Sid.
Genbu, what'd you get?
22?
Oh wow. Literally,
damn.
Sid's the only one who fails. Sid, you take 6 points of damage, psychic damage. Anyone who's looking at Sid while you're covering your ears, I'm assuming, you can see trickles of blood running out of both of Sid's ears. Sid, you are stunned for 1 round, and you have disadvantage for 3.
Okay.
Sid, I don't think that's a little girl.
It did not sound like a little girl. It sounded like a blood-curdling shriek. and it came from the void.
Oh, it came from the void.
Yes.
Oh, Sid,
Go ahead.
you got something happening down your ears. I think it looks like blood.
So you said the scream came from the void.
That'd be accurate, Kevin.
Sid, you're stunned. You can't do anything
Oh.
even answer. So
Right. All right.
at the same time,
Is there damage with that, or is it just a stun on fail?
No, I took damage.
Damage. You guys did not.
Gotcha.
You guys covered your ears in time. Yeah. Anyway, I'm surprised Ken was able to cover his ears with a greatsword in his hand.
Can't hear without eardrums.
This guy's rusty axe.
No, you took out his greatsword.
I took out my greatsword. And...
The room.
All right. A swollen, engorged, larger than should be normal, kind of skeletal, kind of fleshy hand reaches up right here and pulls the rest of a body up as you see what appears to be some kind of undead aberration of some sort wearing Ishgardian armor.
Cool.
Its entire body is dirty, dusty, blood and snow covered, except for its teeth. It has a full set of pristine teeth that are white.
Ishgard must have good
Standard
dental.
humanoid, or
Ellison.
which would be standard humanoid. Yeah.
As
so
I-
not fangly or anything like that.
It's not a what?
Fangs or jagged or
No.
anything.
Well, it's half skeletal, half flesh hanging off its bones.
I mean the mouth specifically.
The mouth specifically, no.
Just like normal,
Normal.
standard teeth.
Yeah.
Just really pristine. Okay.
Honestly, I
Good
find that
dental
to be
plan.
more terrifying on a skeleton, like on an undead monster, than anything else.
Oh, I just those, with the eating, was there damage?
Yeah.
For descriptive journaling purposes.
I need everybody to roll initiative.
Okay.
The creature overall.
It's large.
Okay.
Oh.
So like. So it's visually speaking, it looks like it was an Ellison Ishgardian soldier that has since half skeletonized and is engorged in places to become from medium to large.
Yes.
Okay.
The armor that it's wearing, which it's bulging out of.
That's okay. That's what I was going for.
The armor that it's wearing is similar to that of some of the other soldier skeletons that you found, although it carries additional accoutrement on it. What's the word I'm looking for here? It's signifying that he's an officer. It's just fancier looking. What's adornment? That's the word. It has other adornments on it. If you were to hazard a guess, this is probably Sir Uamaric
Yeah,
that you
the asshole.
found out in the notes.
Asshole.
Yeah, that's out of
Can you
character.
spell that name again? Because we could piece that together. So
Y-U-H-E-L-M-E-R-I-C.
You have Lurid?
Yes. All right. With that said, I already said that. Everybody rolls initiative, including me. Let me change the
I'll
music.
take the low initiative over the failed con save.
Same.
Sid, you are automatically 0 initiative. Sorry.
So it doesn't even matter what I rolled?
I know it doesn't.
Or do I just skip the first one?
Well, did you roll a nat 20?
I did not.
Okay, then yeah, it doesn't matter.
If you're going to start, I don't know if you're automatically last in initiative. I don't think so.
I think you
You
roll
just
and you just
maintain your
skip
initiative.
whatever your
All right,
first
yeah.
turn is.
That's a good
wherever
point.
it comes
You're
up.
not automatically last, but you are skipping the first round.
Got it.
Let me get new music on. That is not the music I was
Millie
looking
didn't take
for.
her hands off her ears, so she's like, "What? Oh, combat!" Look, 5.
Oh, me too.
Hey!
Did you guys say 5? Oh,
Yep.
I
Well,
rolled
roll
a-
a 5, so that's 9 for both of us.
Oh,
Oh.
no. 5.
Oh, wow, so you were the one.
I rolled a
Oh,
one.
wow. Well, actually, that's still, for our purposes, that's better that I go before you for
Yeah.
dance partner. my turn. It's the best music.
Yeah, he's tapping his face to the music.
Yeah. Because I like all the new songs we've heard so far.
Oh, they're all good. The entire soundtrack for Endwalker is incredible.
Well,
Just wait till you get to Old Charlie, and that's some of my favorite music ever.
Well, I'm on my third playthrough of Elden Ring, which will be my Platinum Trophy playthrough. So, soon.
Yeah.
And Tiny Tina's is a lot of fun.
I heard that. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just preparing things right now. While I'm doing that, Jess, can you believe that he stopped playing right before the fourth dungeon of Shadowbringers?
Rude.
Maybe it's the third. No, it's the fourth. It's the fourth.
Which one was the
You
fourth
just
one?
finished in Rectica, right?
Yeah, the last thing that I did
He
was...
just saw the cutscene in the Rectica dungeon, and then he stopped playing after that. How?
What?
Because Elden Ring came out.
Still, that's a hell of a place to stop on that momentum, though.
Anyway, what's everybody's initiative? Millie. Or actually, let me try this again. 20 plus, anyone? 15 plus, anyone?
15 for Sid. No, 16 for Sid.
Oh, see, so it's like you're not stunned, you know? At least you're going first, technically last in the rotation.
You will be the first to have a look of terror upon their face. If it
No, I'm
works.
just stunned.
He wouldn't be prone, just stunned. Okay, 10 plus.
I have 12.
Ooh. I roller over there, huh?
5
You know
plus.
me.
Oh, I got 5.
I have 7.
4.
Kevin has 6.
Wow. So we all
Oh.
almost all rolled between 5 and 10.
It was
all
the
just-
reverse of the last roll that we did.
It really
That's
was.
fine.
You had 5.
Yeah,
Genbu had
Genbu had
7.
7, yeah.
John, you had 6.
I had 6, correct.
And Sherman had 4.
Oh. Who had the 9? Was that Omega? No, that was you. That was you. Millie. Omega was 12.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, guys.
No, it's not your fault.
Listen, guys, you got to be more light on your feet.
Clearly our fault.
Like me.
Didn't have to come down here. That's all I'm saying. There are some places you just don't explore. All right. Can you hold that figure up in front of the camera so you guys can see who you're up against?
Yeah, so this guy is our villain de jour,
Okay.
Mm.
and it is right in front of the...
It literally just climbed out of the void through that crack in the wall, and is now standing on even ground with you.
Elden Ring has taught me nothing.
Why didn't you dodge roll the first sign of hearing anything?
The only real thing I know about Elden Ring is or seen from Elden Ring, I've heard a lot of things. I saw somebody fighting like an Iron Maiden creature, and it opens up and has a tongue that grabs you, pulls you in, and then squishes you.
There are
Oh, that's
many
cool.
of those. There's 2 variants. One has 2 saw blades that it has, and the other has 2 pendulum blades that
Nope.
it launches. And
Nope.
one of the hardest boss fights in the game, there's a special one singular one of they're called Iron Virgins, which I think is a translation error.
Iron Maiden, I think is the
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's George R.R. Martin.
Yeah,
Did
there
he
you go.
write it?
He helped the writer of the Dark Souls. It was both of them. But there's one of them you find. If it grabs you and kills you, it teleports you to a dungeon that you have to beat your way out of before you can go to anywhere else on the map. And the boss of said dungeon is 2 of them
Nice.
in a small room.
Nice. All right.
Purgatory. I just know to watch out for the hands in that game.
Oh god, they have these giant creepy spider hands that are like 2 hands welded together and they crawl and they're like the size of a bus.
You know what I call
They look
that?
great.
I call that nope.
Yep. Yeah. The little ones are cute. Then the giant ones.
No. Oh, the trapdoor ones? No.
They're all cute.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so everybody is on the map where they were prior to it coming up and hearing the scream. Kevin, you now see this creature next to you, well, like 10 feet from
right,
you.
you said it was large.
Yeah. It is a large creature. And the first thing that it does is it unhinges its jaw.
Stop giving Daz ideas.
That's never a great start.
It unhinges its jaw, pulls out a crossbow, and shoots it at Sid.
From the jaw?
Yes. From its jaw. No, it unhinges its jaw just as part of its action.
Oh, okay.
That is a 14 to hit Sid. Now, as
Does
you're
not-
stunned, I don't think you get any bonuses to your armor
I think
class.
you get advantage on attacking a stunned creature.
I probably do.
Conditions.
No, any hits are auto crit.
Yeah.
That's melee for auto crit.
This is ranged.
I'm pretty sure.
He's like 260 something, I feel like.
290. But yeah.
I always have the hardest time finding him here.
Alright, so
Attack rolls have advantage.
yeah, a stunned creature is incapacitated.
Jimmy's
Can't move,
trying to kill you.
speak only faltering, fails dex and strength saving throws, and attack rolls against it have advantage. And then being incapacitated just means it can't do anything. Yeah. So there's no auto
Alright,
crits.
so an
That's
18
paralyzed.
then. Does an 18 hit you?
18 does hit.
Okay.
Sorry.
14 didn't.
Jimmy's just like anyone but me first.
Well, to be fair to Jimmy, I knew that there was some modifier to it, and I started to say that when he interrupted me. So. Okay,
Only
this
fair if we all have equal chances of dying.
this is a 6 points of damage to you, Sid. Piercing damage as you are shot in the leg by a crossbow bolt from a rather
Oh.
large crossbow bolt. Let me put it that way.
Okay, not the knee, right? Because then his adventuring days would be over.
I gotta go home, guys.
Married.
Yes, I was just about to say that. All right. Sid's like, just I'm out of here. You guys have fun. Or he would if he could move.
You have an option to flee this fight, right? That's always the option on the table.
He is always an option.
That is literally always an option in D&D.
Fortunately, Kevin never sees that as an option. Let's go fight.
Okay.
So what you're saying is that we have a built-in distraction for the rest of us to flee.
You do. This is yes, correct.
Okay. The next thing that it's going to do
Except Millie
is
tied herself to a pillar in the room.
it's using its Call to Honor ability, which is
The
another.
fuck is that?
I need everybody to roll another Constitution saving throw.
Hey, fuck your Constitution saving throw.
You need your strongest stat.
Don't forget, you still get
Yeah,
that
thank
D4.
God.
Yeah, for this round.
Sid, you do not have to roll this one.
Oh, okay.
You automatically fail it.
I thought I only automatically failed Dex and Strength.
You're right. My bad. Go ahead and roll it.
Yeah.
You're
Still
right.
not great, but we'll see.
I don't know where this extra vigor came from for Millie.
What do you got?
16.
Okay.
13.
13. Omega.
19.
All right. Sherman.
18.
Say again, please.
18.
Okay. Sid.
16.
Okay.
And everybody rolled a d4 with that, right?
Yep.
Oh, I thought that was just on the
It's
one roll.
It's until the end
until
of
the
this
end of this
round.
round.
Oh, okay.
The teacher didn't call me. I'm safe.
22.
22 and Genbu, you got what?
20.
Okay. Omega, did I ask you already? I did.
Yeah, I got 19.
Well, because Deus remembered to roll the extra d4, nobody failed that one. However, the bone pile that you uncovered begins to move.
I told you
That's
we
it.
should have given it last rites.
Sid, you're up, and you're done. Omega, you're up.
Okay.
Good turn, Sid.
Oh, it was really effective.
By the way, I really, really hate any kind of status effects that take people's agency. Like, it makes it so you can't do anything. So if something like that comes up, I generally make it not last very long. That's just as a general rule.
Especially
I
in a
think
party this large.
it's
'cause
You're,
really
you're stunned for
unfun.
6 rounds. You won't be doing anything this fight. You might as well go home.
turns we have we're stunned.
Sometimes, yeah. I'm sorry, what was that, John?
I said you're stunned for 6 rounds. You're not doing anything this fight. You might as well go home.
I'm not gonna lie, it literally was a D4 of rounds that you would be stunned.
Yikes.
Rude.
One. And I'm like, no,
Yeah,
it's
on a
fine.
party of 4, that's much faster.
Yeah.
But like that's like the original dancer has this like wild magic dance. One of the results is you self-banish for 1 minute.
Well, I mean, most banish is 1 minute.
Right, but it's the fact that you can accidentally banish yourself for a minute. Sort of comment. Okay, I'm just not in this combat, right?
Yeah.
Which is a terrible design. Hilarious, but terrible
we
design.
could potentially revisit that. Oh, good. The White
It gives
House-
enough time for the enemies to leave and you to come back and revive everyone.
Or a
There we
quick
go.
costume change.
2 more postponements.
It's true, costume change.
Cancel it.
No, I mean on my end, postponing my auto pay.
Oh, a 1
Oh,
minute
right.
costume change would stress me out.
Okay, so Omega, you are up.
Okay. And just as a reminder, we did not have like a short. Did we get a short rest in
We
between?
got a short rest.
No.
We were
Okay.
healed mostly to full for most people, courtesy of prayer of healing from Sid, but we did not take a short rest.
Gotcha. Well, I'm gonna close the gap and get up into Spooky Man's face.
Yep.
And I'm gonna hit him with a stick. I'm gonna hit him with a stick two whole times. First stick attack does a 21 hit.
Yes.
All right. We're gonna dump a we're gonna dump a burst into this.
Okay. What
Okay.
is the element of that burst, just so I know?
Thunder.
Okay.
Thunder guys. Okay, so this
Thunder as in sound, not electricity.
that is correct. Yeah,
So it's not Pokemon rules.
that is correct.
They just didn't want to use the word Sonic.
Yeah. All right, so I got that's 8 bludgeoning damage and 5 thunder damage, and he has to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you when you said how much damage was it?
It was, what did I say?
8 bludgeoning and
8
5
bludgeoning,
thunder.
5 thunder,
Okay.
and then he has to make a Constitution saving throw.
15.
15 will succeed. He's just gonna get another whap to the face then.
How does Undead do that? Such a high
Ooh, 18 puts me at a 25.
Yeah, because nothing affects them.
I
They
mean, it
just
makes more sense
take
in
shots.
Pathfinder where they just don't have Constitution scores.
When you hit it with your weapon,
Uh-huh.
you're used to things that you hit being staggered, knocked back, or at least show some kind of pain.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't.
Okay. Nothing at all. 0 pain.
It doesn't show any pain, and it
Okay.
doesn't appear to have taken the brunt of the damage that you're used to. It's not that it took nothing, but you're used to your attacks doing more.
Gotcha.
That makes
Gotcha.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
tell you
okay.
it has a resistance.
Right. I'm trying to figure out to what. Alrighty then. I'm going. Huh?
If that helps.
What was
From
that?
the stick impact.
From the stick.
Set.
Okay, cool.
And did you use Thunder on both of those attacks, or just the first one?
Just the first one so far. I'm gonna use fire on the second one.
Okay.
Yeah, run the gamut.
Okay.
All the descriptive elements.
So second attack does 10 bludgeoning and 3 fire.
That smells wonderful.
Okay. The fire melts away some of the snow that was crusted and caked on its body, and some of the clothing that was left over on its armor catches flame and just quickly burns out. But it exposes more skeletal structure with flimsy pieces of skin hanging off of it.
Okay.
Similar to when you hit it last time, it doesn't take as much damage as you expected it to.
Sure.
All right.
Alright, that's about all I got.
Millie, you're up. Genbu, you're on deck.
Alright. Yeah, okay. So Millie is going to. Hold on. Do it. Yeah, fuck it. She'll risk it. She's gonna dance on over there. yet. She's moving there. And she's going to use the blunderbuss for the first time and shoot it with a shotgun.
Okay.
Dawn of the Dead style.
Are you a hobo?
Yes.
With the look of the shotgun.
Hobo with a shotgun.
We
Was
have-
that Rutger Hauer?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yep.
Oh, that was so close to almost exploding in my face. It was 3, 17. And the 3 was the explode. So that's a 24 to hit.
That missed. No, it hits. That hits.
And that is...
I would love a beer. There we go.
What?
When you get another beer, whenever
You want a beer?
I would love one. Thank you.
You should probably drink it though.
Well, I don't drink it. That'll get me fat.
18 piercing damage from the shotgun.
Okay. Your pellets from the blunderbuss bounce off of, rattle around on the bones. Do not break any of them. Small chips here and there. None of them break. You said 18?
Correct. And then as she reloads, she will activate a Deus for dance partner. D is for Deus dance partner. And she'll do the dazzling dance, which is a 24 performance versus your perception.
I fail my roll, but I'm going to use a legendary resistance.
Oh no.
Adverse effect on the creature. It's a buff for me. It's
But I have to roll to determine whether or not I'm affected by it.
in the same way you'd roll a perception check to see if you see a hiding rogue. So it's not resisting an effect, it's seeing if you can see me.
If the effect requires him to roll something and fail it, so that way you can do something, and he chooses to ignore the failed dice, I think he just chooses to ignore the effect.
That's pretty much what I'm doing.
All right.
It burned the legendary resistance, so there's that.
And then she'll reload her shotgun as she's scooting back behind the building.
Okay. All right. Genbu, you're up. Kevin, you're on deck.
Firebolt!
Okay.
22 hit?
It does.
Hell yeah. Oh, I forgot to pull out the actual damage dice for Firebolt. We are level 5, so it's 2d10 now. To 6. 11 damage.
Right. Yeah. 11 damage, I got that. You guys can hear the music okay. It's like now.
Yep.
Yep, perfectly.
I just want to make sure you guys are getting the full experience. Okay. A bolt of flame flies right over Omega's head and careens into the chest cavity of Sir Yuamalric. A quick glance back, Omega, you can see Genbu with his fingers pointed out.
Do I get the feeling he was trying to hit me?
No.
Insight.
You're not Kevin.
I mean, I don't know if he was trying to hit you, but I'm going to assume no.
Yeah, I hope.
Anything else you do?
No, that's all I'll do.
Okay. Kevin, you are up. Deus on deck.
Wow, there's so many damn skeletons in this place. And he will plunge and attack the skeleton. Nat 20.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
2 nat 20s in a row.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
Wait, what was that? Nat 20 and then what?
Another nat 20.
Why'd you roll 2?
Because I'm attacking twice.
You got 2 nat 20s in a row?
Yep. Well, I'll show it to you.
This fight's about to be really over.
That's what you think.
It is a theory.
If only you were a paladin, could
He's the Final Fantasy equivalent of one.
No, he's not.
And so that's full damage, right? So 612 plus 4. So 16, 32 damage plus my plunge damage now.
You're not multiplying the modifier, just the dice.
Oh, just the dice. Okay, so 24 plus.
You take the maximum for your first die, and then you roll again and add that. It's not
Got it.
doubling.
Got it.
That's the new critical rule for this.
Yeah, so the greatsword is 12 plus 2d6 plus modifier.
Yeah.
Yep. One second.
Is she baking a cake?
I don't know. She's doing something.
Something smells good.
Yeah.
What's that? You're bringing me cake tomorrow?
No.
30. Hold on, I'm calculating. Plus 31.
So while we wait for John to do math, so you're moving, David?
Yes.
Why?
Because Melinda and her boyfriend broke up, and she can't afford to live on her own. So I'm moving in with her.
Plus my.
Oh. So she got to keep the apartment?
No, it was his apartment. That's the problem.
Okay,
Wait.
plus 4. Plus
Oh, so you
49
guys are
damage.
getting a new apartment.
Yes. Sorry, what was that, John?
Plus 49 damage.
Plus 49?
Yeah. So whatever I said before. Oh, so 36 plus 49.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
too many 20s. I don't know what to tell you.
I told you.
That is slashing damage, correct?
Correct, slashing damage.
Okay, cool. You did a ton of damage to it, and it turns its head, and with its unhinged jaw, smiles at you in the creepiest possible way. Are you making a cake?
Yeah.
It smells really good.
Kevin smiles back.
Alright.
Like a happy grin. Like, oh, you're nice. Completely misinterpreting the smile, the creepy smile.
Alright. Anything else for Kevin?
He's done.
Deus, you are up. Sherbin on deck.
Okay, so I'm gonna pirouette in front of Sid to kind of like juxtapose myself between.
Are you pirouetting because of Millie's dance partner?
Yes.
Alright.
All right. So and then I'm gonna fire off 2 shots with my Gauss barrel.
Nice.
First shot is going to be. I'll take the 17. 17 plus 7 is 24. 26 to hit.
26 to hit hits.
Okay. Second
Oh,
shot.
just reminding you added to our limit break, right? Twice.
You did. 2 of them.
Nice.
You've not reached a second bar yet. You
9,
still have the first
24.
one
So
Got it.
24 hits too.
filled. 24 does not. No, you can say.
Okay. Okay, so 8 plus 6 is going to be 14 for the first one. And
This is
6,
piercing damage?
11. Yeah. So 14 and 11.
It's basically your railgun, right? Your miniature railgun, Gauss rifle.
Yes.
You said 14 and 11.
Yep.
25.
How many barrels do you have again?
I have 3 barrels. I didn't get to clean my last one, so I only have 1 left.
You have 3 Gauss barrels? Oh, you only get 1 use each.
Yeah, because I'm not very smart.
What?
Really?
Really?
Literally, each Gauss barrel is used intelligence modifier times a day until level like 8, then it doubles
That's
to twice
interesting.
intelligence modifier times a day.
Yeah.
Weird.
Because we didn't take a short rest like I wanted. Dirty barrels.
Well, you wouldn't have had your 1 round of bless.
Dirty girl.
It saves you, so.
Forgot to roll bless on all my shit.
Sherbin, you're up.
But-
Oh, I forgot to roll bless on mine too. Change.
Okay.
Bless is only to your attack roll and your saving throws.
Yeah, I know.
It's not to damage. And you guys already hit, so.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't change.
Okay, I'm gonna go move behind that fallen pillar. But I can still see over it, right?
Barely.
Okay.
It's
pillar,
a pretty thick around pillar. So, I mean, you're looking up, so yes, you can see over it to see
Okay.
him. But part of your vision, the lower part of your vision is obscured.
Okay, but I can still see everyone in front of me, right?
Except for Omega, who's behind a pillar, and Kevin, technically. So
Okay,
you can't see Kevin or Omega where you are.
okay. Well, move me too far then, I
Do you
think.
want to be able to see everyone?
Yeah,
If it puts you right here,
there
then there's
we
a pillar in the way of you hitting the boss. If you're attacking
Okay,
the
that's
boss.
fine. Okay, that's
Okay.
roll for a draw, and I rolled a 1. That is, I popped the balance card, so that's a bonus 1d6 damage on all damage rolls. This bonus damage applies once per action, attack damage roll, bonus action, and reaction. This increases to 2d6 at the 5th level. Alright, so 2d6. Bonus 2d6
So,
damage.
um,
So,
you moved. I'm sorry, I couldn't understand what you were saying. It sounded like you were coming in and out.
Yeah.
bonus 2.
There's a balance, right?
Can you hear me now alright?
Yeah.
Okay. So I drew a card. I drew the balance, which does 2d6 damage on all damage rolls. The bonus damage applies once per action, attack damage roll, and bonus action and reaction. And I'm going to toss it to. I'm going to toss it to Kevin because I can see him.
Interesting.
And it'll last for 4 rounds.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
So Kevin adds 2d6 to his attacks for 4 rounds.
Oh God.
Yep. And then do I still
But it
have?
costs him a reaction, right?
No.
What's that?
It's
You can use it for reactions
It's basically
and
saying
actions.
once per thing you do. So if, like,
Yeah.
if you have 5 attacks,
Yeah.
you only get 2d6 to the first
To the
attack.
first one,
The
yeah.
first one that hits.
But you also
That's
get
for
a
4
reaction
rounds.
if you want to
Yeah,
get
it's
a
like an
reaction.
attack
Yeah.
opportunity, you'd still get it. If you had a bonus action attack, you'd get it there.
Okay.
So just once per instance of
That's pretty cool.
thing.
It's very cool. Astrologians are great.
Yeah. And then it lasts for 4 rounds.
Dylan, to answer your question, Kevin is a Dark Knight, which is decidedly not a Paladin, which also exists in Final Fantasy.
He hits like a fucking paladin. I don't know what the fuck he's limited by. He keeps busting out 30 plus damage on every hit.
I mean, you as a Gunbreaker, him as a Dark Knight, and a Paladin, those are tanks in FF. Just
Yeah, I'm just saying that Dark Knight hits like a fucking 5e paladin.
Yeah, with plunge, plus I can re-roll on my normal attacks, not plunges. My 1 or 2s with great weapon fighting.
Sure,
So-
that makes sense.
Yeah. The only thing I do good is damage. Literally it.
and roleplay.
Because like
Oh,
plunge
thank
doesn't give
you.
any extra damage, and then the dark side bonus is 1d6.
Did we adjust that?
2d it pops up to 2d. 2d6 at whatever the next level. At this level, 5th level.
Yeah, you guys are level 5.
So,
Okay. Anyway, Sherman, are you done with your turn?
Am I able to, because I moved and I did an action, am I able to sort of crouch behind the pillar that I'm at?
I think that is part of your movement, sure.
Okay, so I'll do that then.
Okay. At the end of your turn, Sir Uelmeric is going to take a legendary action.
And John, it doesn't go up to 2d6, it goes up from 1d6 to 1d8. It costs 1 hit die to use Dark Side, and then for 1 minute, all of your attacks do an additional 1d8 at our level necrotic damage.
Plunge. Look at plunge.
Plunge doesn't add any damage. Plunge lets you move and attack. It lets you.
Beginning of 3rd level, as an action, you move a space-sided creature, and then at the 5th level, using 1 HD, you make a melee weapon attack against the creature, dealing an additional 2d6 damage of weapon die type. Damage increases to 3d6 at 6th level, 4d6 at 11th level, and 5d6 at 17th level. That's what plunge does.
Where are you reading that from?
Plunge.
Is the adjustments that we made to it, right, John?
I'm reading that, and that's not it.
Or are you reading the
maybe the
actual
base.
document?
Yeah, maybe
That's
the
not the
base.
base document either, so I don't know where you're
Well,
getting those.
figure it out after, just so we.
I'll figure it out.
Alright.
Yeah.
It's okay. We're fine with where we are. It's gonna move. It's not out of, because it's large. It's not moving out of melee range, so no attack of opportunity. But it's gonna go right here, and it's going to sheath its crossbow at its side, and using its oversized hand, it reaches out, palms the pillar, breaks it, and then throws it at these three here. So it rolls this way. Millie is attached to it.
We're 50 feet of rope, so I don't actually move.
I need Millie, Deus, and is that Sid? That is Sid.
Well, that's it. Yeah, but I was also trying to kind of like block him from the attack. Could I take double?
You're trying to block Sid?
Yeah, I'm trying to block Sid because I saw you got fucked up from the screeching.
This is. I don't think so. This is kind of like an overrun attack. It's throwing a pillar through you.
Yeah.
Is it technically the next round?
It is technically the top of the round.
So I'm not stunned.
You would be stunned when it gets to your turn.
Oh, right.
So it would be an auto-fail deck save.
Yeah.
It hasn't gotten to his turn again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so can I push him like
You want to
push
shove him?
I want to shove him down, and I'll take the brunt of the
Okay.
attack.
You seeing what's coming as it's picking up the pillar. You move over, grab Sid, and throw him to the side. Sid, you are prone because of this.
Yeah.
You automatically fail your dex save.
That's
Millie,
cool.
make a dexterity throw.
That's 22.
22. You also do not have a reaction for this round because of that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. 22. All right. So you jump. You still get hit by some of the debris that's flying, but you don't get rolled by that. You automatically fail.
Yeah.
You're knocked prone and move back. Yeah, like that. It's not on top of you.
Okay.
It rolled through you basically. And damage. This is 2d12. Alright. You take 10 points of damage, you take 5.
Cool. And I'm not prone.
You are not prone. Deus is. Yeah. And now it's. That was a legendary action. Now the skeletons come out. Out of the pit crawl more skeleton soldiers.
Skeletons.
All right. And now Sir Uelmeric's regular turn, and it is going to attack Omega. It draws a long sword, which is almost as long as Omega.
Pretty
19.
long. Pretty long. I'm pretty big. Yeah, it hits.
Okay. And it's going to pour martial fury into that.
Okay.
You take 9 points of necrotic damage. Oh,
Uh-huh.
I gotta roll for regular damage too. And 8 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Okay, that's it for its turn. It leans back and it looks like it's taking a defensive stance. All right, Sid, you're no longer stunned. You have disadvantage on all rolls that you make for 3 rounds. You are prone at the moment. What would you like to do?
What is it? Half movement to get up?
It's half of your movement.
All right, half movement. I'll get up, and first things first. Immediately cast. Okay, I'm gonna cast Flatus Misery, and I'm gonna use 2 of my confession charges to negate the disadvantage because I have 2 bolts on the skeleton right in front of Genbu.
Okay.
Right.
In front of or next to?
That one right there.
Okay. Cool.
Doing what to me?
I'm not doing anything to you. I'm trying to
Oh.
blow up the thing in front of you.
Yeah, it's probably gonna have blowback, but okay.
The first attack is a 24 to hit.
That hits.
That is.
I don't even have it open. I know that hits. told you guys, training wheels are off. That one's
That's-
gonna be tough.
That's 8 damage. Second one
Okay.
is 14 to hit.
A 14 is exactly enough to hit.
Right. That is 6 damage. So total of 14 radiant damage to that skeleton.
Okay.
And I will then move back close to Deus in front of that pillar and use prayer to gain some more confession charges.
Okay, and prayer's bonus action?
Yeah.
Cool. Alright. Deus looks flattened. Not really, but has just been run over by a pillar. Still conscious. Omega, you are up. Millie, you're on deck.
Okay, I gotta hit the man. I gotta hit him.
You're no longer tied to the pillar.
It broke.
It broke.
I'm gonna hit man with stick.
So the rope is just 50 feet of rope dangling off of
Yes.
it.
Which might not be good for you.
Start ribbon dancing.
I'm sorry, say that again, Omega?
I'm hitting man with stick.
Okay.
First attack is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And we'll dump another thunder into this. That's gonna be 11 bludgeoning and 10 thunder damage. He has to make a con save.
Yep. 17.
We'll save, and then I'm just gonna hit him, just regularly. Oh, ew. That's a 16 to hit.
3 on it. So just
Say it again, please.
16 to hit.
That hits. Wait. That misses. Sorry, that one misses.
Okay, that's my turn.
Yep. My bad. I was thinking about the smaller skeletons.
You're good.
Alright. Millie, you're up. Omega, you just bashed in Sir Uomeric a bit. It still appears fighting fit. Genbu, you're on deck. In before the skeleton picks the rope and throws Millie.
So did you successfully help or save Sid from the pillar, or was it?
Yeah, Sid out of the way and
I knocked him
full
out.
damage because of it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's real. That was a really cool move, actually.
And you took a lot of damage.
10 damage, yeah. I mean, that was like
Oh.
a third of my damage, so yeah, I guess I'm battered at this point, right?
You only have 30 hit points?
At 35.
Okay, so just narratively, like, you got fucked up a bit. Okay.
Got run over by a pillar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
I'd like to see
obvious.
somebody that
The-
wasn't fucked up by that.
Yeah.
The new Skelly boys also need performance or perception checks.
All right. Do they need to roll higher than you or lower than you? Like, do they fail?
Equal to or greater than 24.
Because, okay,
It's to see if they can track my movements.
yeah. You said 24. All of them. All of them fail.
Cool. 1, 2, 3 skeletons.
Yeah, it looks like it.
4.
1, 2, 3.
1.
Oh, that's.
2, 3,
Oh,
4.
right.
Okay, sorry. I have to update my notes from that. Okay, so Millie will, seeing that the skeletons are not nearly as adept at tracking her motions as the big guy, she's going to shotgun blast the skeleton that is flanking Omega. The
This one? Yep.
torch guy.
That works.
Okay.
Okay. Good thing for advantage, or the gun would have blown up in my face. So that's a 17 to hit.
17 to hit. That hits.
Cool.
That's on the skeleton, you said.
Yes,
Yeah,
this
the,
skeleton specifically.
It's really fucking catchy. That's how you dance like it.
11, 15 piercing damage to that skeleton.
Sure.
And then,
Yep.
and then a new round of dancing is 27 for the new round of dancing.
So that's everybody.
Everybody, all enemies.
There is literally no way for the skeletons to beat that, but Sir Yomrick did.
Master.
Oh, good. Yeah, much better. Thank you. Yeah, I'll let her know. He asked. Thank you.
Cool. That one. Yeah. All right.
Somebody poke out his zombie eyes.
Everybody got home at the same time. I swear. Hey.
Hey, man.
Did they just get home too?
Robert just did, and then Stephanie like 15 minutes before. Maybe a little bit more than that. I don't know.
And then,
Yeah, enough time to bake a cake.
All right, more than 15 minutes. I lose track of time doing this shit.
and then choose to get it back up.
Okay. Bob?
And you have advantage on that guy.
That guy. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Genbu, you're up. Kevin on deck. What was that?
Sound like Monty giggling.
How many of the things in my guy are bad guys?
What?
How many of the figures near my guy are bad guys? The one
This
directly.
guy, this guy, and this guy.
There's four figures near you.
Oh, the one over
Actually,
on the other side too.
The
Yeah.
four closest to you are all bad guys.
Sweet. I am going to do some stuff then. First things first, I'm going to cast Blade Ward on myself. Blade Ward.
Okay.
Then I'm going to use a Flare Point and cast Sword Burst. But before I cast Sword Burst, I'd like to move. I can't even point on my screen, I'm so dumb. I'm pointing at the things like you can see me.
Yeah. I can definitely see you.
Can I move, like, where my guy is facing directly forward, like 10 feet to be on the other side of that guy and next to the enemies?
So
Without leaving
melee.
combat range.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Okay. And then I'm going to cast Sword.
And what's the effect?
They have roll same.
This is a cone, right?
No, it's around.
Around you.
It's 5 feet around me.
So you'll only hit one of them right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to move so that I would hit 2 of them.
Okay, so you'll hit Omega 2 then. Right there, but you hit
She'll be fine.
two guys.
I'll take it.
2 guys.
She'll be fine.
I'll be fine.
Okay.
Will she hit?
Yeah.
Will it hit her?
You have to embrace the pain.
Oh yeah,
Right, Dylan?
that's what she's all about.
So yeah, it's a 5-foot radius emanating from myself. So they have
Okay.
to make a dexterity saving. The DC is
they're
15.
What's the DC?
15.
Omega, make a dexterity saving throw. They both fail. Both of the bad guys failed.
I got a 12.
Sure it's not a 15 or a 16, Omega?
It is not. That's alright.
And Blunson's off now, so.
Do it to it.
How much damage, Dustin?
Let me roll. It's 2d6, so wow, that was terrible. 3 damage!
Woo!
I rolled a 1 and a 2 for my fucking damage.
Pretty shitty.
Yeah. And that's the end of my turn.
Omega is actually not even hurt. She's just embarrassed.
All right, Kevin, you're up. Dance on deck.
Yeah, all right. So this is more for this is player knowledge, not for character knowledge, just for role playing. So Kevin says, All I really want to do is go back and see my wife and kids, and you stupid skeletons keep popping up all over the place, and it's really starting to piss me off. And you see Kevin's sword start glowing in this dark black color, almost so much so that you can't even see like the tips, the piercing, the slashing parts of the sword.
Okay.
So he unknowingly is casting he's unknowingly casting his dark side, and which does 1d8 necrotic damage, so that's why it doesn't really matter.
Something dark side.
He's not
And
real. Like
I'm
you're
gonna
thinking.
attack the big baddie still.
You're doing necrotic damage, you said?
Yeah.
Is all the damage necrotic?
It's just extra damage for each attack.
You were cutting out. Can you say it again, please?
No, it's extra damage for each attack.
Okay, so it's not all necrotic. It's
No.
necrotic.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
And he's going to slash the big baddie again twice.
Okay.
14.
14 misses.
Yep. And 17.
17 hits.
All right. Then does 14 damage. Well, plus 1 necrotic damage. I rolled a 1 on a D8.
Okay. So as you hit it, you hit it with your sword. It does the slashing damage, and you put some force behind it. But you see, as the necrotic damage kind of moves from your sword and snakes around the bones of the figure, it kind of just lets out a laugh, like a "Are you fucking kidding me?" That's it.
Wait, did you just do necrotic damage to an undead enemy?
Yeah.
He has player
I fucking
knowledge,
hate
not
Kevin.
He doesn't know he's just really pissed off, and his sword started to glow black, okay? He doesn't know what's going on.
You missed the other one. Okay. Anything else for Kevin?
That's it. He's gonna sit there and probably take some damage.
I'm not sure what you're doing, John, but you keep cutting out. Are you moving away from your computer?
Maybe. He's just no. Kevin's not doing anything else. He's just gonna sit there and take some damage.
All right, got it. Deus, you're up. Sherbin on deck.
Okay, so as she got knocked by the pillar, she's like sliding back, and she's gonna fire like as she's sliding back.
Oh, that's
this guy right
cool.
here. Yeah. So first
super
shot. Ooh. Okay, so 18 for the first shot.
18 hits.
Okay, 18 hits. Okay, the second shot.
But you're shooting at the big guy.
No, I'm shooting at the guy that melee attacked.
Oh,
So she
got
makes
it.
it
The
damage on
yeah.
That definitely hits them.
Okay, ooh, 17. So plus that's
hits.
what
Also
24. Yeah. All right, so
So
first.
as you're sliding on the ground,
Yeah.
pop, pop.
All right. So
I can't not think of that being punches.
12. Pop is punches.
From
It's from Critical Role.
that was her description for flurry of blows was pop.
All right.
Sorry,
So total 24 damage, 12 each.
Sorry, Chris. Is that better? I turned off my sensitivity on Discord.
That is better.
Okay, perfect.
That skeleton just explodes in a shower of bone.
Yeah.
That's fine. All right. One skeleton down.
Yep. And then I take my bonus action to reload.
You got it. Sherbin, you are on deck. You're up.
That's right, DX. Kill all those skeletons.
Wait a second. Sherbin, you gave Kevin bonus damage.
Uh huh.
Good call.
Kevin, you get to roll an additional 2d6.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Because this is from Sherbin buffing you with her.
Yeah, I totally forgot. So it's 10 total.
Okay.
Job.
The damage isn't specified as to what.
Totally
type
forgot.
it is.
Thanks, Sherwin. Evan doesn't even realize you did anything to him.
Of course not.
Force plus.
Yeah. All right, Sherbin, you're up.
Okay, let's draw another card. Number 2, the bowl.
Awesome.
Ooh.
In the game.
Okay, the bowl. All damage you take is reduced to 2d6.
And who's this for?
Let's put it on Omega.
Oh,
So Omega, you reduce damage. You said 2d6 damage reduction when she gets hit.
Yep.
Neat.
Astrologian's awesome.
You will have to scoot 1 square closer to be within range for that.
Okay.
It's a 30 range for your buffing.
Okay, perfect.
And then, yeah.
Jimmy.
And then, so I scoot up, throw the card, and then scoot back in my hiding spot.
I just picture you throwing a card and just sticks in the back of Omega's head.
It's like, who is it that gets hit in the head with the... Oh, never mind. That's from the Hildebrand quest. Yeah. Somebody gets hit in the head with a card. Yeah. They're adding new ones with the new patch that's coming out on Tuesday.
So happy!
Shadowbringer?
And that's the only one they skipped because of COVID.
Okay. I can't begrudge them that.
But the Hildebrand quests take place in Shadowbringers. The new ones that are adding in take place in those zones. Okay, alright. Sir Uamaric is up again. Shadowbringers.
Were there any Stormblood?
Yes.
I just missed them.
You might not have done them.
I might have missed them.
Okay, so Sir Uamaric is going to do a legendary action. Actually, could do a lair action. I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw as Uamaric shakes the entire arena.
My gosh.
Earthquake stuff. What's that look on your face?
No, I was trying to think like there's a... I don't know. I think I'm mixing up like raise the roof with shake the room. That's not a thing. My brain thought it was.
24.
Okay.
20.
Omega?
18.
Sherman?
15.
Okay. Sid?
5.
You're so dexterous, Sid.
Listen,
Kevin?
19.
get on my level.
And Genbu, you said 24? You want to roll for Deus?
26, probably.
How the fuck do you... Alright.
It was a 19 plus
Uh,
high roll.
Chris, Jimmy rolled for you for a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
He
Rolled
got
a 19, so.
oh, nice.
So... Sid, you are knocked prone.
Did you get up?
You're already
Or did you
prone.
stay-
No, I was already prone. Yeah.
No, last round.
You didn't get up.
Okay.
You shot from the ground.
Yeah. I was just like, yeah.
Alright. It is 4 points of damage for anyone who succeeded, which is everybody except for Sid. 8 points of damage for Sid, and you're knocked prone.
Do I get to reduce 2d6 from that?
Yes,
You do.
that is so busted.
I reduce all damage.
Well, it's... Yeah, but I mean, like, if he was getting multiple hits from the same enemy in one round, he would only get to reduce one of them.
Yeah. I'll turn to Sid and say like, oh, I hate days like this, don't you?
Yeah.
That's a good caveat. Once per turn,
Yeah.
reduced by 2d6. Otherwise, that's
Yeah.
super
It's-
busted.
Is that what the caveat is?
It's basically once per turn, as in, like...
The first
Per
one's
round?
your turn
Yes.
reduced by 2d6.
Right.
Okay, so
by turn,
if-
I mean enemy or player turn.
So since that was a layer action, does that count?
No, it doesn't, because that was neither a player nor an enemy. You can reduce that damage; it doesn't count against your reduction.
Cool.
So now, if he ended up attacking you, or somebody else ended up attacking you, you can
Right.
still use your run. I hate you. All right, Sir Uamaric is going to. Where did I put it? Sorry, I'm looking at his skills. All right, Omega. Since you're there,
Yeah.
and it's just staring you down. Yeah, it's gonna hit you.
Okay.
First attack. Excuse me. 17.
Miss.
Okay. Second attack is 20.
Hits.
Okay. I'm rolling fairly well today.
Yeah.
It's gonna.
I think a lot of
drop
us
the mark of fury into that.
Getting a 27 perception.
Me?
Yeah, that's a solid roll.
He has a really high perception to begin with. He's got like a +9.
I hate him.
Yeah. Excuse me. A +11.
I hate him extra hard.
Yeah.
His perception's higher than my dancing, and that is unacceptable.
True.
He's a boss.
And I have expertise.
He's also like 4 levels higher than you. All right.
He's got a good eye. He was a ballroom dancer before he turned to a zombie douchebag.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
wise to my way.
Ishgardi's
looking at you.
Exactly.
He's an Ishgardian nobleman. It makes
Yeah.
sense.
Judgment.
All right. 9 points of slashing damage, and on top of that, 8 points of necrotic damage.
Alright, go roll 2d6.
That's the first attack. It's a good attack.
Correct.
Oh no, you missed the second attack.
And okay,
So I'm ignoring 3 of that. Or
2d6 on the first damage he takes
Per turn.
per player.
character turn.
Okay, so from now until his next turn, the start of his next turn, no more safety
Right.
because he just used it.
Right.
Okay.
Well, yes, but I was also letting it apply the lair action, which is not a player that's doing it. I think we made it's per instance of damage from a particular source.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's word that however makes sense.
The first instance of damage you take each turn from an individual source is reduced by 2d6.
Right. So if you were to take more damage from the same
Multiple
source,
attacks,
Yeah.
but whereas in 5 different enemies, that's 2d6 5 times.
correct. So what did you reduce that by, just so I know?
3.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a really strong ability. I now have to kill the astrologian. So
But 1 in 6 chance, so
Yeah.
I like that it's random.
she smiles. All right. It's going to now use necrotic wave, which is going to hit everyone here.
Oh, boy.
All right. I need
I'm still,
everyone to make a
damp here,
Constitution saving throw.
right? I'm still a damp here, right?
Wrong game.
Fuck. And okay, now we're in standard con rules for Millie. Damn.
19.
And 19, so it's a 20 total.
Okay. You got.
7.
All right. Omega.
18.
Damn it.
Go ahead.
Sherman?
Put this at 1.
Don't wanna.
Using that tenacity.
What did you get, Sherman?
Yep.
6.
6. Oh my.
Yeah.
Sid?
Constant.
19.
Oh wow. Sid finally pulled it out. Okay. Kevin.
Yeah, 'cause-
I rolled
yeah,
a 3. 10.
You rolled a 3, but you have a +7.
Yeah.
All right, Genbu.
Sorry, I was trying to call my dad for his birthday. What am I doing?
Rolling Constitution save. Did you get through to your dad?
No.
Well, when you do, tell him I say happy birthday if he remembers me.
I think that's the only effect that needs to be.
I got a 4.
Effects.
I don't know if that was a nerf. You got a 4?
Wait, this is a new Constitution save
Yes.
as opposed to the.
This is the necrotic wave that it's doing right now.
Okay, yeah, I got a 4.
Okay. So, if you got a 10 or less, you failed.
Damn it!
Are you sure?
Well, technically it was a 12 or less, but nobody rolled a 12.
Okay, you should say that next time because that makes me feel not as bad.
Yeah, no, I feel like it's worse to fail barely than it is
Yeah.
to fail by a large margin.
100%.
You're right. I will just say what the actual save number was in the future. I just thought I was clever because nobody rolled it. Yeah. All right. This is actually one of its strongest attacks, so that's not going to be good.
I'm glad I failed it. This is perfect.
3d12 plus 10.
Yeah, 1. I'm just at 1.
Oh my god. 41 damage.
I'm
if
down.
you fail.
I'm down.
If you fail,
I'm
it's
down.
41. If you succeeded, it's 20.
I'm down.
I had 21 hit points.
Wait, you're all down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If not
We don't
for
have
tenacity,
40 health.
would be
I have
dead,
6.
dead.
Some monsters you don't want to fight.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, so Millie's at 1 HP, and that would have been instant kill damage had she not used tenacity.
Nice.
Okay, who is still up?
I'm at 1 hit point.
Me.
Dave?
Yeah!
Really?
1 hit point crew.
Kevin, you're up?
Yeah. No, I'm down. I'm down.
You're down.
Yeah, I didn't have much health going into this fight.
I mean, even if I resisted that, I would have almost been down.
Okay, so the only ones up right now are Deus and Millie.
And me too. Sherbin.
Oh, Sherman's up.
Thank God. One of the healers.
So this is the DM reminding you. There is a new feature that we added into the game. That's all I'm gonna say.
What's the feature? Is it called Flee?
It's called TPK. It's called Training Wheels Are Off Now, baby.
But we could do a limit break, right?
That's what I was.
So that one's
That's basically
down.
what I was getting.
Omega, you're down?
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
Holy shit! I think this is the most people I've ever had down in a combat.
No,
round
wait.
at once.
Well, I'm not down.
Yeah, you're
Sid-
down,
Sid-
but
Sid-
not down.
Sid, you're down?
I'm down.
Holy shit!
All right, so we're gonna use the dancer's limit break because that's clearly a heal, right?
Well, that was Sir Yomruk's turn. Next would be Sid. Oh wait, then it's Omega.
Oh,
Oh
death
wait.
saves. Death saves.
Oh right, Sid. Roll the saving throw. Thank you.
This is going to be a very short campaign.
Oh, he didn't grab them.
Right.
Omega, you're gonna have to make.
And that's a nat 20.
Oh,
Yeah.
You're
Hey.
up with 1 health, bro. And you get to take your turn.
That's your limit break meter, which is still not enough to go to level 2.
But I get my turn?
He's up, but not
no.
up.
Your turn's over, but you are up at 1. I don't. Wait.
No.
Am I wrong?
He gets his turn, right?
He gets his turn.
Death saves at the beginning of your turn, and then you.
You're right.
Right,
You are right.
yeah.
You get your turn.
Limit break.
All right. Because you are a white mage, your limit break does both damage and healing.
He's just the mage.
Roll 4d10.
4d10.
Holy crap.
Your limit break is completely reset now, even the progress you had towards level 2. Just
Wait.
FYI.
You said 40-10, so 400? 400 damage and healing?
What?
Yes. 40 10s is 400.
Yes, 40
yes.
10s. Yes.
Okay, wait.
So in case you missed that, your limit break is now reset. Your bar is reset.
Yeah, and
Wait,
it
what
is at the
happened?
start of your turn. You are making this roll.
We lower bars. That's what we do.
That is crazy lucky. Just saying.
That is a total of 28.
You do 28 radiant damage to all enemies and 21 healing to all allies.
Yeah.
Yay!
Did I say 21? I meant 28.
28
It's
both ways.
28 total.
Oh,
I don't know why I
okay.
said 21.
Cool. I'm back up to full health.
That was
Everyone's
the
back
roll.
up.
All right.
I'm back where I was before I fell down.
Here's what the limit breaks.
Can we know how many 20s it took to reach that point, or is that a mystery?
It took 6 20s to get to level 1. And that's, just remember, when you rest, a short rest removes 1, a long rest removes 2.
Yep.
Okay.
But it never goes below the level that we've reached, right?
If you reach a checkpoint, you stay at that checkpoint.
Yeah,
Until you
we did rest at some point after getting that 1, so it reduced it from like 7 to the 6 minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you used astral stasis is the name of that limit break. All right.
So
And
is that-
everyone has their own limit break, I assume? Or is it like
Every
you're
class
using it for the
has a-
group?
Every class is a different limit break, but the limit break is going to be based on your roll.
No, but I mean, is like now the group is out of a limit break? Is the group
yeah.
limit break?
Limit breaks are a
Yeah, they're
group,
groups.
a
Got it.
group-
Okay, just one check. Yeah, makes sense.
So is that action and bonus action?
You use your entire turn to do that. You can't even.
Fine by me.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, but everybody just.
But everybody's up.
All right.
They're all still
And-
prone for people who are not conscious though.
What about the are the skeletons still up?
All of the skeletons, aside from the boss, are dead.
Oh, nice.
You just threw them in the void. I like it.
Yeah, fuck it.
All right. Didn't even get to do much. Damn it. All right. Okay, Omega, you're up. Millie's
Alright,
on deck.
I'm gonna stand up.
As the first 20 I've rolled in this
I'm gonna-
either
I'm gonna-
campaign.
I'm gonna look to teach.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lower my sunglasses and go, this one's for you, bud. And I'm just gonna hit it twice.
Just to describe what you guys saw, Sid opened his eyes, crawled to his feet, and then, using literally every ounce of energy he had, floated in the air and sent out a wave of radiant energy before collapsing back to the ground.
Oh,
Did you
it's like
stand
we
up on your
saw.
bed, or are you still lying down?
ever impressive.
What was that?
That'll be the spot for that 20. I've been waiting for that for 2 campaigns.
What was that you said, Sherman and Omega?
No, I said it's just like Louis Soir.
Oh, yes. And very few people understand that. Oh, you do kind of get that.
Oh yeah, Vichy Soir, yeah.
It's in the.
I watched The Mask. I know what Vichy Soir is.
I don't know that.
Poe, did Sid stand up on his turn when he regained consciousness?
Yeah, he's standing.
Okay.
He's because the ability stands him up. Gotcha. All right, Omega, what'd you do?
I hit him 19 for the first attack, 7 damage, and
What kind of damage?
just bludgeoning.
Okay.
A nat 20 on the second attack.
Okay, we need to calm down with all these nat 20s. It's crazy.
I added it to your limit break.
14 damage on the second attack.
Sir Ulamaric does not show any pain, but several of his bones are cracked and he appears to be limping.
Sorry, what were the elements on that again, Dylan?
It's just bludgeoning. I'm out of ammunition.
Okay. Millie, you're up, and Boo on deck.
Alright, Millie being very
That was awesome.
confused at her going from instantly near death to instantly full health.
Full?
Really?
Yeah.
That's not a good thing, though. That's
From
not...
1 health because tenacity to full health because of Sid. And he passed his thing last turn. Grumble. She doesn't want to get anywhere near him. She's just going to pull out her musket and take a shot at him from far.
Okay.
This is the Nut Blaster, right?
Yes, the Nut Blast.
Nice.
Blasting a nut at him from 50 feet away, which is a 23 to hit. 17 piercing damage to Mr. Batty.
Okay.
And then once more into the Dazzling Dance for 16 this time.
I definitely beat it. I rolled a 19 plus my 11. Okay, Genbu, you're up. Kevin.
How's he looking?
He's showing no sign of pain, but he has several cracked or broken bones, and he appears to be limping.
Okay, I'm gonna stand up and walk next. And for the first time ever, you guys are gonna see me hit him with my sword. Well, swing my sword, not necessarily hit him. Does a 14 hit?
No.
Okay, well I get 2 swings. Does a 15 hit?
No.
Okay, well you guys got to see me swing my sword for the first time and realize why I don't do it very much.
Kevin, you are up.
Nice.
Wait. I'm gonna bonus action Missy step the fuck away.
Love it.
All right.
How far? The full 30?
The full 30.
Okay.
Hey, how you doing?
Ew.
Okay, so Kevin, realizing he's not dead, mutters under his breath, Davrico must not be done with me. He must be using me. He saved me from death. And Kevin rises on from his feet. I must sing the song of my people. Bob, he walks. Bob, he walks with me. And he slashes twice at the big baddie.
I thought he was singing the Lahi song for a second.
First attack is a 17. The next attack is a 25.
17 and 25?
Yep.
They both hit.
You guys are his people, right? Is that really your song?
28 damage. And
How do you want to do this?
you can see as Kevin starts to sing, the darkness in his blade shines even brighter with necrotic damage, well, darker technically, and it's now this giant flame. And Kevin slashes twice in an X, kind of like Aroni Kenshin, and so quickly and so fast and so strong, you see a and right in the middle of whatever his name is.
What does that mean? You see an X?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And he's healed back to health.
As you do that, you actually see the entire skeleton, the entire form of Sir Yelmric, begin to shake before imploding in on itself. And all of the bones crack and shatter until they're impacted into the size of a marble. And it falls to the ground,
Huh.
along with his armor and sword. The battle is over.
Really wants to go grab the bone.
Yay!
I literally thought it was going to be a TPK. I'm not lying. You're not.
Ready.
What kind of sword do you have?
I wasn't trying to kill y'all, but
Yeah, it was only a PPK, a partial party kill.
Yeah.
Like I said in the strategy chat, like I had 3 characters going into this session as backups. Just
Oh, so you fucking jinxed us.
It wasn't even a partial
Oh,
party
to be
kill.
fair.
It was a TPD, a total party downing.
Yeah.
Didn't fail his
He dropped the base.
So, there's that.
who dropped the base?
Sherman dropped the base.
I forgot to add Sherwin's damage. Hold on. That's
Really wants that bone marble.
okay, sure.
Yeah, she does.
You pick up a cursed marble of bone.
Irrelevant.
No, it's cursed. Does it like feel very bad?
It feels as if it's giving off malevolent energy, but it doesn't seem to have any kind of effect on you.
Cool. So I have 2 cold dragon gems, a cursed bone marble,
And Mr. Bucket.
and Mr. Bucket.
Yeah, don't forget Mr.
Bucket was
Bucket.
all good.
Mr. Bucket should have been first on that list, actually.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, I'm talking about things that are negative. The cold dragon gems and the marble are in a negative category.
So was Mr. Bucket.
Mr. Bucket is nothing
Oh.
but a joy.
Oh. Well, we had different views on Mr. Bucket, apparently.
David, can I inspect his weapon and armor?
Yeah.
You want to
Take it back
inspect
to
the
the
weapon?
shop, and it's now a mobile.
And the armor, yeah.
Just follows us around, holding all our tools we need.
Sure, you flip him upside down. He's a tool, but you flip him upside down. He's a tool receptacle.
Nice. The weapon is a long sword, but it's made for a large creature. So it's effectively a great sword.
I'm almost a large.
Can
at
Kevin
7
wield it?
feet tall.
Is there any special things with that sword?
I don't know. Can you identify?
Well, I'm not at that point yet. Is everyone all right? Did you all feel the power of Bob and Davrical going through you? I swear,
definitely felt something necrotic going.
I'm never so much of a believer as I am today. DX, you all right? And I go to check on DX.
Oh, yeah, I could probably use some fingering from Professor Sid, but I'm all right.
Sid, could you please finger DX vigorously?
Now I really want your wife to watch these.
Everybody's at
He's speechless.
Is everyone all right? Is everyone all right? I start looking around. I can see that Gabu is checking the body.
How dare you?
And I'm looking to see if anyone's on the ground. Is everyone all right?
There's no body though. The body is the marble.
The armor fell.
Armor.
The body was the bones, and the flesh is now a marble.
That Millie took.
Yes.
A-okay.
Because of the immediate rise, I was like, I'm fine, and then like all my my hero just.
Yeah.
That Bonesy guy was really strong. I swear. I felt powered up during the fight. I felt stronger than I ever felt before, but I just couldn't. Whatever I did do, it felt like I couldn't kill him.
But you did.
Well, then something changed in the fight. I thought I had died from, I don't know, some crazy black ooze that came from him. And then I was going into this white fog. I thought it was the afterlife that I had been read to me in the book of Bob. But then later.
Bye, guys.
Later,
Good
Doug.
night. Good night.
But then
Dylan, here we go.
I was saved. I just woke up. No explanation. It must have been Avrical through his savior Bob reaching out his hand to lift me up to my feet, and then I felt empowered, and I slashed at him, and he went down. I could only think through the grace of Bob that we survived this fight.
Cool.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
Well, while Kevin is having his little moments, Sherman's just gonna hobble over to Sid and see how he's doing.
Sid, you have 2 levels of exhaustion.
He said he seems physically fine, but he's kind of got a faraway look in his eyes. He kind of doesn't really take notice of anybody around him and walks over to the downed armor and kind of sneers at it and kicks it over into the void.
Okay. As the armor falls, like as you kick it, a green and a purple little willow wisp, I guess you can call it, just fly out of it and into the void along with it.
He doesn't do it, but he almost looks like he's going to spit on it, and he turns around and walks back to the pillars where they're all messed up and starts using mending on the ruined glyphs.
Okay.
Kind of busying himself with that.
It's too far gone to repair.
He tries, but
You can probably rub one out on it, though.
Wow.
Right, I think you should definitely rub one out. I'd take DX's opinion. By the way, have you fingered DX yet? DX wasn't looking good.
and I think after all of that, everybody should be pretty fine.
Well, Kevin goes over and picks up the sword, and then takes out his other great sword, and is kind of like looking at them to see like which one would be better, right? He's like, "Ooh."
It pales in comparison to the craftsmanship of the one that you just picked up. The one that you picked up has Ishgardian glyphs all over it, carved into it. It's beautifully made. Meanwhile, the one that you have has been a hand-me-down for generations, and it was made in Cliffside.
It's made of Papotos.
It's made of Papotos, yes. No. So you get the impression that it's probably better than the one you have.
Does anyone mind if I take this sword? I want to remember it as the time that I was filled by the light of Bob.
As Kevin's waving it around, anyone who's looking, see that there is there's a faint trail of purple light residue every time he moves the sword.
Like chemtrails?
Yes, like chemtrails.
Oh God, not chemtrails.
John, Millie's calling dibs on the sword.
Dibs? Dibs? Oh, Millie. Oh, dibs. I know that word. That means you want it for yourself.
Genbu is kind of staring at Kevin in disbelief as Kevin literally wrenched this from his hand as he was looking at it.
Yeah, that's canon now. I didn't even realize for sure. Sorry, Genbu.
And Genbu's just staring at you like kids these days.
The sensible chuckle gif.
Oh gosh, so rude.
So yeah, I think Sherman's gonna pop and say, before anyone gets anything from what's left, let me take a look at the sword and make sure that it's not cursed or whatnot, and that it wasn't. Last thing I need is an undead Kevin walking around. You smell bad enough already.
Thank you, ma'am.
That's true.
All right, so
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm gonna try to cast Identify on the sword.
Okay, that takes 10 minutes, right?
Oh, that's the to ritual cast.
Oh, you're
it
right,
takes
you're right.
10 minutes. I think it's just a
I-
standard.
I would ritual cast it though. I wouldn't waste a spell slot on it.
Yeah. So basically, what we're saying, certain spells will have an R in their cast time, which means you can cast it at whatever speed it says, or you can add 10 minutes to that cast time to not use a spell slot. You're basically taking it slower, not using as much of your own juice to power the spell, so you can cast it for free. It just usually takes 10, 11 minutes or more to do it. And identifies the most common example of when to use a ritual. You have to have the spell prepared to cast it as a ritual, though, unless you're a wizard.
I am a wizard.
So for me to be prepared, would I just need to have my magnifying glass?
It just needs to be on your spell list of prepared spells.
For today.
Right.
Say that again?
So, when you get up from your long rest and you pick the spells that you want to use from the day, that's preparing them.
That's right.
Okay. Yes.
Was that a yes?
Yes.
You have it? Okay.
Yeah.
So then, so you can just sit here for 11 minutes, because it's 1 minute to cast, and then 10 minutes more to cast it as a ritual.
Okay. Perfect.
What's everyone else doing?
Looking at Cursed Bone Marble, would you say that it is perhaps about the same diameter as a musket ball?
No, it's
Mm.
and it's also not perfectly round. As you hold it in your hand, it's like pricking you.
It's like the planet Earth.
It's drawing blood, but like if you were to grab it like this, it would hurt.
So, like the large marbles, the break marbles that if you're playing marbles, you have the
Yes.
little ones, it's the big one.
Yes, precisely.
So would you say it then, in turn, fits inside a blunderbuss?
Sure.
Cool.
Question is that something you really want to do?
Eventually.
Okay.
I'll take a dagger. Just want to see if I can scrape off any shavings of the musket prototype ball, or if it's resistant to scratchy damage from a dagger.
Wait, say it again?
I'm just trying to shave off a sliver of bone to see the durability of.
It does not go away when you're trying to shave it. It's still strong enough that.
So I figured that. Also, does it weigh a substantial amount because it's?
It weighs about 5 pounds, and it's about that big.
Oh.
Okay. Millie's mind is at Twitter.
Yeah. You heard it. Millie is a bluebird.
She eats bluebirds.
She's got bluebirds on the brain.
It's not bluebirds. Yeah, so that's what Millie's doing. She's just taking measurements and drawing schematics
Of course.
while we wait for Sherbin.
Sherbin's doing it as a ritual, though?
Yes, so 11-minute total.
Okay.
What was that thing you said about wizards?
It's wizards can cast ritual spells that they did not pick for their day. That's a special wizard thing.
Oh, I am a
Rituals have-
wizard.
Every other class has to pick that spell, and then you can cast it as a
I
ritual.
don't know if there's an equivalent to someone that can do that in the Final Fantasy one.
I don't think so by default, but I believe if you pick the ritual caster feat, it
Yeah.
lets you do that. But I'll double check the ritual casting of.
Deus, what are you doing?
Well, I'm going to stand next to
you do
Sid to
not
see
have
if he's
that,
going to
Jess.
finger anybody. If he is, I'm going to try to get in front of the line.
You catch that, Sid?
I thought that brought everybody up to full health, but
Mostly.
he
Not
will.
even close.
Wow, that's true. I just realized that. 1 second.
No, I think I got a pinky when he did mine.
You got
You got
She
a
got a-
pinky?
You got a pink.
Yeah.
You got a pink.
Yeah, I'm not full health. Mm-mm.
Sid, I think Sherwin needs fingering too. So after you're done fingering DX, you mind fingering Sherwin?
I believe she has enough husbands already.
I mean, I agree. Gable, I agree.
Finally, kind of noticing Deus standing next to him, he kind of snaps out of whatever little funk he was in and comes back a little bit to himself and casts Prayer of Healing, since we're already waiting.
Also takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, since we're already waiting. So that's going to be...
I will say all of you feel as if the malevolent presence in the air here has dissipated.
Yay.
That is 17 points of healing to everybody. Well, to 6 people. I think that covers just about everybody.
Well, Millie doesn't need any, so I am now at full health.
That's like an hour though, right? So
That's true. Yeah, short rest is an hour.
Yeah.
Millie's at full health. She does not need any of that healing, so.
Sid could definitely use 2 long rests, so.
Yeah.
Full health.
I think after that, maybe once we're finished up here, I don't know about you, but I think we've all earned a long rest.
Probably be wise.
I agree.
Break point now.
I am a bit sleepy.
sleepy.
I mean, it's only been a couple hours since we woke
Yeah,
up.
it's
You just got the shit kicked out of him.
I know, but meta speaking, it's only been a couple hours since we woke up. Because the
Okay,
first
listen.
hallway.
You're all in your early or late 30s, so you understand why Genbu is sleepy right now.
That's a good point.
That is very fair.
Yep.
But that's player knowledge.
Yes, Lonfifi and Millie are 18.
They're malleable, they
Inties,
bounce.
Deus is 23. Inties 20-something. The rest of us are all young, spry individuals.
Well, Sid knows why Genbu is sleepy.
It is extremely sleepy.
Yes, so as you found out, using a limit break pushes you past your normal limits, and thus you gain 2 levels of exhaustion.
Wait, you're saying he broke his limits by using a limit break?
Yes.
The power of friendship.
He burned the candle of his life
Oh no.
to be poetic.
Poetic, yeah.
Wow.
That sounds
The
like
wax
very
poetic.
honest, though. I don't like that.
I did 5 limit breaks and died of old
It's
age.
literally-
I know it's like
It's literally a quote from one part of the game
Oh.
when somebody uses a limit break. So.
It'd be really funny if there was a hidden mechanic in behind the scenes in Final Fantasy XIV where once a character has activated like 100 limit breaks, they just die.
why did my character die?
Like 1,000 or something.
I mean, to be fair, limit breaks kind of lock you in place for a while, so if you use it at the wrong time and you get hit by an enemy attack, then you die. Just Chess is just like,
Millie's gonna go look at the other dead Skelly boys that died.
oh, they exploded with the radiant energy from the limit break. They just
Okay. And was that all of the bodies in the hole?
scoured away. All the bodies are gone. Yes.
Okay.
However, the hole's not empty.
She'll check out the rest of the hole then.
Okay.
Bet you want to check out the rest of the hole while Sid fingers the bunny.
Yep.
he was my favorite teacher.
Also, I was this close to saying that screech that we heard was Mrs. Miller.
Wow. Wow. It was a screech, not a moan.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
that's why I refer.
Cannot confirm.
Scream, Miss Miller. Screech, yeah.
All right. Depends who she was staying with. All right.
Okay.
So inside the hole, you find, kind of canted on its side, a fairly large coffer.
Does it appear openable from its position, or does it look like it's buried in rubble and needs to be extricated?
It was buried underneath the skeletons,
Okay, which are now gone.
so you could theoretically pick it up and pull it out.
I'm gonna check it for traps first.
Sure.
Solid. Wrong side. 20 total.
20. While you're examining it, you find a residue of necrotic energy near the lock. And upon examining it carefully, you find that if the lock was manipulated in any way, it would set off a necrotic energy trap.
Manipulated in any way, or opened?
Opened in any way.
Okay.
What if you take off the hinges
You know.
instead?
You hear a big voice from the heavens shouting down to you. Smart, really smart, actually.
And it looks like it's only emanating from lock. Okay. What's the coffer appear to be made of?
Wood with metal bending.
Kevin, come over here. Step through this.
What did you say?
Kevin,
Yeah,
come over here.
Kevin stomps on things.
Kevin stomps on.
It's reinforced.
Yeah, that was a joke. Yeah. It's
I'm pretty sure Kevin's skull is reinforced as well.
very thick, very thick.
Okay, Miss Amelio's how big is the coffer?
Size-wise, I would describe it as about 4 feet long and maybe 2 feet across. It's not like a tiny thing.
Right, big but not.
It's
so big it can't be moved.
Right.
And
So
drag it out.
Roll a strength check.
Try to drag it out.
The hole's about 8 feet deep, so.
Do or do not.
Oh, was it 16? Okay, 7.
So Genbu hears this rustling from the hole and walks over and sees Millie and goes, "Millie, what are you doing?" "Oh, you found a chest." And I go and try to pick the lock.
Oh God!
I'ma smack his hand away the minute he reaches for the lock.
Roll a dexterity check.
Dexterity check?
Yeah, just straight up dexterity check.
18.
Okay, Genbu, as you reach for the lock, Millie slaps away your hand.
How catty of you.
Got him.
If she wasn't afraid that a lock will kill her too, she would let him open it for that pun. She'll show that to Genbu.
Oh, I see. How trapped?
Is necrotic energy a concept we're familiar with, other than having experienced it right now?
Some of the people in your party are familiar with it. I'm not going to say who.
Is it like a... Okay, so it's not something...
It's a Sid thing.
Sid, would you have talked about necrotic energy in school?
He would have talked about 2 different types of energy. I don't know that he would have called it necrotic energy. He would have called it positive and negative energy, probably.
Okay, but in loose enough terms...
Yeah, that he's a believer of the balance of energy in the world, and et cetera, et cetera.
I wasn't... By the way, I don't want... Just because you guys all guessed Sid, I'm not confirming that it was Sid that I was referring
No,
to.
I would only say that's the only way Millie would know about it, is it was talking
I
about
knew it was DX this whole time. Ugh!
I was just thinking Sid because he's basically a necromancer now.
So that's Millie's response to Genbu. Just negative energy.
Oh, you're getting bad vibes. Okay.
Not wrong.
That's how Kevin would have interpreted too.
I'll trust your senses. You are very, keen.
She'll go over and grab Omega to help pull the chest out since Kevin's busy with Sid.
What do we got? Something for me to smash? Smash it. Got it. All right. She jumps into the hole and takes out her quarterstaff and gets ready to whack it.
Just gonna bop her on the head with her musket. Just no, because I can't reach
Ow!
from
What's her nickname for you?
Powder.
What's up, Powder?
Why don't we have
break?
Why don't we have Eric's servant open it up, because that thing's disposable.
I just rolled a nat 20 for her picking it up and climbing out of the hole.
Yeah. Out, one hand jumps out.
And with a nat 20, that's exactly what happened.
She picked up Millie too, threw her over her shoulder.
Millie will gesture to set it down in the far corner of the room.
Alright. So she goes and drops it over there.
And then Millie will push Omega and Deus and Sherbin carefully. No, Sherbin's far enough away. She's over there. And Omega back over there. She's gonna lie down and shoot the lock with her musket from the other side of the room.
Oh. All right,
That's
make
an
attack.
option.
Genbu's gonna stay in the hole.
My God.
We... that's a miss. That's a 10.
Bounces off the wall.
Millie, Millie,
Miller.
Millie,
Go ahead.
Millie.
Reloads, tries again. That's better. That's a 23.
All right. It smacks the lock, and you hear this faint hissing sound as the ball rolls to the ground, and then like this resounding. It's like a depth charge sound. Like
I always picture the
Star Wars.
Exactly, the
That's
Sonic charge.
Yes,
I
that's
love
exactly
that
what I
noise.
was picturing. The that sound,
Oh,
and
they
you
brought
see blackish purple energy emanate 30 feet away from the chest,
Cool.
which I believe you are just outside the range of.
10, 20, 30.
Yeah,
Yep.
just out. Lucky for you. All right, the chest blows open with this, and the necrotic energy dissipates.
For player knowledge, since it's not going to happen again, how much damage would that have been?
A lot.
Like 24?
68.
6.
6d8.
She instant killed herself from that.
Was that
But yeah.
6-8, David, or 6?
6 dice 8.
Okay.
Reasonable.
Enough.
68 damage. The entire room is killed.
Yeah, I was gonna say with 68 damage, I would have been dead.
Everyone would have been dead. And you would have been dead.
Yeah.
Not coming back from it again. Ooh.
Right.
Yeah, that probably. No, some people wouldn't have been instant killed. But
Unless they survived, or unless they succeeded on a saving throw.
Everyone in the room is unconscious. Some completely dead. And Millie's the only one standing there with 1 HP.
No, she would be dead. She already had her tenacity proc.
Oh, yeah.
So the lid's been blown off entirely. The outsides of the coffer seem to have like a smoke coming off of them, as if it's like kind of like steam, like
steamy necrotic smoke.
yeah.
Bob, damn, Millie, what are you doing, girl? Oh, nothing. Oh, okay. Where that sound come? Never mind. You just do what you do. Things blowing up all around. I don't even know how we got down here anymore. I just can't wait to go home.
He's speaking his language.
There we go.
Within, you find a note sitting on top of the on top of the items that are in the chest, but there is a veritable treasury inside.
Damn it! I wish it said IOU and it had like a bunch of gold.
And all the treasury on that fancy big sword like it's got. She'll read the note first.
Okay. I don't have it written, so I'm just going to tell you what it says. It's penned by Sir Hugh Humrick, so it's in a different hand, and it's signed by him. It says, I can no longer trust those closest to me. What little remains of our supplies, I must safeguard. I don't trust anyone. In fact, I think I've just figured out how to solve our food woes. Signed, Sir Hugh Humrick.
Problem solver. Like it.
Big problem solver.
Yeah. We need that kind of initiative in the company.
Every third yoga customer gets eaten.
Just imagine that was written a little bit more eloquently than me coming up with it on the spot. Within, you find 18 vials of a liquid that looks familiar to you.
Does it look like the warming or the healing?
Looks just like the warming liquid.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You find several pairs of... you find 8 pairs of wool underwear. Like the full body jumpsuit underwear.
Oh, okay, like the...
Long Johns.
There we go.
Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. You find several coats. By this, I mean 4. They look to be fur-lined. The question is, why did they have all of this beforehand? Because it was not an icy landscape previously. Doesn't mean it didn't get cold. But you find 5 lesser healing potions.
The standard.
Standard healing potions, excuse me. There is a shield bearing the insignia of Ishtar. There are 772 pieces of gil.
Wow, it's a lot of gil.
Beyond that, there are several handwritten and sealed envelopes that appear to be letters written by those inside.
Oh, sad.
Oh, by the general
The people that were stuck inside.
Okay.
And these are, there's a lot of them, and they're at the bottom of the chest.
This is a big ass chest.
Oh, it's a 2x4 feet.
Yeah. And then also like 5 or 2 feet high.
How the hell did Omega pick that up?
Exactly.
With a nat 20. Okay, she'll take. Is the gil conveniently packaged, like in a bag?
No.
Just a pile of money. How solid does the floor look near me? Like, is it
It's level ground.
level ground, but not like cracked and holes in the ground?
There's no in the area that you were fighting in here. There are several cracks in the floor, but no holes.
Okay.
The holes start on the outside.
So then, like, I could just start shoveling shit out, and it's not gonna fall into the abyss.
Correct.
Okay, then yeah, she just money, because that's a lot of fucking coins.
Okay.
Just to get all the shit out of there. She'll grab the letters, stack them out, and then taking a leaf out of Kevin's book, she's gonna try to smash through the bottom of the box.
Yes! Yes!
False bottom girls. Yeah.
She's going to take her dagger and try to bore a hole through the bottom of the box to see if there's like any give or anything like that.
There is not. The bottom of the chest is
The bottom
of the chest.
Okay. Cool.
Do the same thing to all the sides.
Oh, well, in that case.
Hole.
It's a false top chest.
Surprise! They're invisible pieces.
You open the top and it's more traps. Just to punish the greedy.
No.
Cool. Okay. Then she will go and...
Oh, sorry. That totally just reminded me. There is a single, underneath all of the gil above the letters, there is a broken piece of a spear. It's the shaft part and the point, and it's made out of stone.
Wait, is this the spear that finished Jesus off when he was on the cross?
Ooh.
It would fit that. That was the last piece that was missing, if you recall.
Yeah. Curiosity trumping trolliness, she's going to take the spear, go up and mend it. Because she has mending.
Curiosity killed the cat. Millie, don't
You are
do it.
literally the cat.
Don't do it, Millie.
Yeah.
That's not a phrase from where we came from.
Why not?
Because it's racist.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, sure. You're gonna mend it.
Because it's only a minute to cast mend.
Sure. Sure. You mend it. The statue glows with golden fire
That's cool.
and moves backwards, revealing a hole underneath.
What? Awesome.
Do we hear any screams coming from it?
None of you are up there. It's just Millie. So.
Does
no.
she hear any screams coming?
Oh well, Millie also does not hear screams.
It's Millie
Am I
screaming
finished?
and Jeff as confused as everyone.
Am I finished at identifying the sword yet?
This is all happening kind of simultaneously, but.
Oh, okay.
Would you have waited for her to finish identifying the sword before you went up?
Nope.
Okay. Then
You gotta figure that's 10 minutes. It doesn't take 10 minutes to move
no,
the
it does
chest
not.
and
That's,
shoot it.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. So no, you're not quite done, but you're almost.
Okay.
Done, which means you guys are also not healed yet from the prayer of healing.
I said golden fire, like not
It's
emanating
wreathed-
heat.
No, it's wreathed in like flames that are just golden color, that are not giving off any heat. And as soon as it moves backwards, the flames dissipate. Why'd you move closer to Sid?
Yeah,
Just because?
I need a healing.
Got to be within finger reach.
That's right. Yeah.
Cool. She's gonna think that's awesome as shit and look in the hole.
Cool. Within the hole, you find robes. It looks like priest robes adorned with imagery of Halone.
Are you gonna deface them?
Debating. So Elizin priest robes specifically.
Yes.
And are they like tied robes or a over the top robes? Like
Like a smock.
yeah.
Are they a Catholic?
Is that what that's called?
Yeah. If you're Catholic, yeah.
Yeah, because as like you
Jewish.
as opposed to like it's not tied.
It was rhetorical.
It's tied.
It is
but
tied.
But it's tied in the back.
Okay. Millie's gonna wear them because that's hilarious. Because that's like a 6.5 foot tall robe on a 5 foot tall person.
You look like you're wearing a wedding dress that you're gonna trip over.
Yeah. Was that the only thing in the hole?
No, below that was a. What's the word for it? In England, the queen gets the scepter, or the monarch gets the scepter and
An orb, right?
Yeah. What is the orb?
Regalia?
Is it just called an orb?
I thought so because like the whole thing is regalia, right? The whole kit and caboodle.
Like a crown.
It does have a specific name.
It's not scepter. And it's not a
Right, the scepter's the rod of rulership. Yes, yes, yes,
Thank you.
yes. You're welcome. Yes. Yes.
Anyway, that's what you find. You find the equivalent of the orb.
The Sovereign's Orb.
Sovereign's orb. Okay, there you go. So
And do the robes look moth-eaten or are they well kept?
They are well kept. They look immaculate, in fact.
Oh, immaculate. That's like a step up from well kept.
Moths wouldn't be able to survive in this cold anyway.
Is that
Magic moths.
Fuck moths.
is that accurate?
I was gonna say that.
I mean, any insect doesn't do well in cold.
That's not true at all. There are plenty of insects that do well in cold.
That level of cold?
Name 5.
No.
Okay, the orb, what does it appear to be made of?
Marble.
Like bone marble or like real marble?
Like marble. Like
Okay,
the
yeah.
stone.
I'm just checking because like there's
It must
a
be
lot
sized.
going on tonight.
No, it's the size of a softball and it's perfectly spherical. And it is adorned with imagery of Halone.
Okay, Millie's gonna don the robe, and
This is so blasphemous.
This is how Millie dies.
very carefully walk down the stairs looking as pompous as can be. Just back into the room.
You all see Millie come downstairs wearing a robe and holding an orb.
Well, I'll be. The little kitten's playing dress up.
Hey,
I think
that's one
Matt
nice.
said that one time, but we didn't go for it.
That's one nice robe there, Millie. I didn't know you had that on you. I'm surprised you don't wear that very much often.
No, I don't think I will.
And then she'll go over and does she get the impression that these are magically sustaining the test of time or passing the test of time? whatever.
What if they're magically delicious?
Yeah, she's got the dancer magic.
Okay, do you...
Then I could guess it's going to be our lucky charm.
Typically, conjuration, enchantment, or illusion.
Okay. You don't have any sense of those coming from it. You do have a feeling that there's something more to these. You just have no idea what.
Cool. So she's gonna go over to Sherbin, who's clearly got nothing better to do, and just plop the robe and then put the orb on the robe.
I think identify is specifically for arcane items. Is that
It's
correct?
any magic item.
Is it any magic? Okay.
That's it next, by the way, if that was. So that's for Sherbin.
Yeah.
Okay. At
Well,
this
sure,
point,
sure we can spell.
Sherbin,
Kevin
you have
cannot.
finished identifying the sword. It is a great sword of malevolence.
Awesome.
Effectively, exactly the same thing as a greatsword, but +1 attack and plus 1d8 necrotic damage.
Oh,
However, while it's drawn, it drains 2 hit points from the wielder every round.
Love it.
I mean, fair.
It's good shit. That.
You like that?
That's
good shit.
so
That's good shit.
perfect for a Dark Knight.
It really is.
Perfect.
It really
Yeah,
is. It's it's
cost for them.
this is like the perfect sword. So it's 1 attack, 1 damage, +1/+1, -2 per round. -2.
And necrotic.
Oh, +1/+1.
No, it's +1 attack,
Yes.
not to damage.
1d8
but
necrotic.
it's 1d8 necrotic damage.
1d8.
It's 1 to damage as well if it's a +1.
+1 weapon is 1 attack, 1 damage.
I'm
and then,
saying this is specifically different.
okay, so it's not a +1
No.
malevolent weapon.
No.
Yeah, but minus.
Minus hit points.
Yeah.
-2 hit points per round.
Because that's so fucking dark, son, man. Yeah, I love it.
It's very Dark Knight, to be honest.
Yeah,
It's-
okay.
Yeah, sick. This is sick. I love it. I can't wait to wield it.
Yeah. Do it.
Sherman, you sense that there might be some other side effect that you are unable to identify.
What?
It's okay. It's just Kevin who's gonna use it. So
You're not going to tell Kevin that.
Yeah, no worries.
All right,
What?
Kevin.
What was it called again? Sorry, what type of sword? What was it called? The name?
Sword of Malevolence.
Great Sword of Malevolence.
How's that smell, Poe?
Woody.
I just saw you bring it up to your nose. Too. I'm like, what?
Howdy.
It's like, oh yeah, I'm on camera.
Poe is sleepy. It's 1:30.
How can you be sleepy? We're having so much fun.
I just went over this earlier.
You're right.
So Millie's gonna sit down back over by the gold and be like, okay. Counting, we got what, 10 party members?
Sid already split it for you. 77 bill for everyone.
Oh, yeah. 77.
That's what he
Well, Sherwin, so is this thing okay? Is it cursed or not?
Millie's doing
What?
She's parsing out that.
Sid already beat you to it while you went upstairs.
Oh, I didn't realize. Okay, I thought that was Poe doing the math, not Sid doing the math.
Which is it? Poe, did you do the math or you haven't Sid?
I
count
didn't.
out?
I didn't do it in character. I just
Okay, so in that case,
So-
Millie.
feel free.
Just
Kevin-
For the sake of time. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
I'll be quick. Kevin, you could wield the sword. It's a pretty good sword. You'll do a lot of damage with it, but I think you'll have to pay something for it of yourself. I think you might hurt yourself as well if
Oh,
you
I got some
use
gil.
it.
How much do I have to pay to use it?
No, no, not quite like that. You might hurt yourself if you use it.
Oh, good point. I mean,
Well,
my
any
parents-
sharp object could hurt you if you use it.
Exactly, Gabu. Exactly. My parents taught me how to work myself around the sword. I mean, yeah, I cut myself a few times and almost cut off a finger, but luckily Sid was there to help out that one time. I mean, I'll be careful.
All right. Well, I would say use it at your own discretion because there's still something else not quite right with it that I can't seem to pinpoint. But it's up to you.
Well, thanks for taking a look at it. I appreciate it. Good to know it's not cursed. Totally
Well-
cursed.
Well, that's-
Sid's still pretty distant, but he took notice of Millie bringing the robe and the orb down, and kind of is curious about that. Just
Yeah, I'm
watching
sure
it.
Sherman's down to take a look at
Are
the
you identifying
robe.
that? You're identifying that?
Yes.
Okay, so for the sake of time, we're going to fast forward 20 minutes. 22 minutes. And you've identified them both. And what you've identified is that you have no idea what they do. It's beyond you.
Can I take a
Ellie,
look?
You can try, Kevin. I can't figure out what heads or tails of these. They're
You
pretty,
called
but
it, Kevin.
She did, but that was unintentional.
I'm tired. Leave me alone.
It's been a long day.
Can I make a religion check or something on them?
You can. done for the night? Just so everyone knows.
24.
24. You have no idea what they are.
Ooh. Ooh.
Billy, Sherbin, do you mind if I hold on to these, though?
I think that would be a very good idea for them to stay with you.
Melly's gonna grab the orb. Doesn't want to give that to Sid. It's too neat.
Okay. Sid, are you letting that happen?
A fighter.
Punch her in the face.
Detention. The tension or the orb.
Millie, if we find a place where we can find out what that is and it's of use, do you agree to give it over?
Sid, perhaps.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll hold you to that.
The robes feel cool to the touch, but not like in a freezing way. Nobody else felt this, but when you hold them, Poe, they feel refreshing.
It's a height requirement. Millie didn't meet it.
That's it. What's your plan? What are you doing?
He's gonna put them on.
You're putting on the rope?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
He'll take off the outer.
You just
Cold
took
wear.
the robes from Millie so that you could put them on yourself.
I rolled for that. I was flipped a coin basically.
They fit you comfortably. Beyond that, you have no idea if they did anything else. You don't
Put
feel
the
any-
warm weather coat over it and just cool.
Okay. Everybody else? Anything else?
Nope.
No, I do not shoot him.
What?
I do not shoot Sid.
Yet.
Did you roll for it? Basically a coin flip.
Oh, I thought it was implied, but yes.
Why would you shoot?
Well, because he put on the raiment that Millie had, so I don't know. Okay.
Put the robes down.
I'd
She
say
just-
we
she just-
we gathered together that clothing and whatever was left in that chest, and we go back to where we were resting and spent the night, and maybe we rest for another 8 hours.
As soon as you say that, Jessica yawns in real life. Okay, so you're resting for 8 hours where you spent the night last night.
Millie lets everybody know about the letters, but she doesn't open any of them.
Alright. What are
they
you
have a different
taking
dress
from
to
this
be-
room? They are.
Millie's got all the letters and the orb. Sid's got the robes. Kevin's got the sword. And we already split up the gill. That
Yeah.
was everything of note in the room.
No,
Sure,
I
we got
guess
a shit
we
ton of knuckle bones now. I'm just saying.
everyone would take probably one of the coats and one of the long
Oh, right.
pajama stuff, and just bring it up. That's what I meant by take everything else, and we'll figure it out what to do with it later. Like at least it'd be nice to sleep on today.
They are addressed to houses of Ishtar, not individuals.
And so it'll be like,
The outside of the envelope says delivered
yeah,
to house.
okay.
So still irrelevant.
No, that's why Millie didn't open them. She figured that would be.
Federal offense, yes.
To house Durandare.
We picked up everything else in the chest, right?
Yeah, we're just bringing it up the room, so
Okay.
we haven't really divvied it out or figured out what we're gonna do with it yet. Hey, but if someone wants to sleep with some of them tonight, why not?
Letters addressed to House Hallienart. Halienarte.
A lot of letters, okay.
And there are 8 letters addressed to Fortan.
So, Now that I know that everyone's younger than Genbu's gonna start getting real fucking insufferable.
Wait,
Are
you gonna start?
Not that old.
Wow, John.
Perfect.
All right. So you spend the night. You heal up. You now rested. Sid, you remove 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh, we took a long rest.
Yeah. So I'll take some snow and I'll melt it down. I'll take a nice little sponge bath.
All right.
Yeah.
Millie will offer Mr. Bucket for ease of snow melting.
Well, sure. I love Mr. Bucket staring at me as I'm
Oh my
bathing.
God! There was one other thing in the chest. There's a
Mrs. Bucket. Yes.
Wow. There's a small wind-up toy of an Ishgardian knight.
Oh, Millie absolutely takes that. She's all about that shit.
You already took the bucket.
Millie's allowed to have more than one toy.
Are you picking it up?
She would be doing that during the long rest at some point.
It's following you
Millie's
And the
minion.
bucket, or
now. And the bucket.
She's getting all the minions.
What did it come up with? Like Triple M or something? Millie's
Millie's Misfit Minions.
Misfit Minions. Yes.
Where did this come from? I like it.
Point of order, Dungeon Master. Point of order. You cannot have 2 pets out at the same exact time. That is not allowed. That breaks the game. It's completely unfair.
that's why I asked if they both.
This is not bounded by a video game. So
I'm
yes.
completely kidding, dude. I don't care. Kevin wouldn't want it anyway, so you're good.
So during that long rest, Millie wants to do 2 things. She's going to investigate the wind-up night to see if it is clockwork or magical.
Okay.
Because she'd know the mechanics of one, but not the other.
It is.
All right.
It's a hybrid.
Fucking neat. So she's gonna. Can she have any directional control or instruction? It just follows.
It does what it wants. But when you're standing still, it begins fencing with Mr. Bucket. Mr. Bucket using its pail.
That is
pail arm,
amazing.
and then
Aw.
is using its little sword.
That is amazing. Can write that down.
Yeah, but when it comes to
Fun
combat,
fact,
Mr.
in-game, if you have a minion out
Mhm.
and somebody else has another minion out, if the 2 of them have a scripted kind of interaction, the 2 minions will interact with each other.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh, how
so
fun!
remember, Mr. Bucket might do something.
Well, it might, but Professor Ember's
A
is
pet,
somewhat
not a
pet,
minion.
not a minion. The minions are different. They're like little toys.
You get
Yeah,
all sorts of
whatever.
like you get wind-up versions of all the main characters.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright,
that's.
I'm out, guys. Later.
Bye, Dustin.
Bye.
Dustin.
There.
During the rest, Millie wants to just focus on the orb and see if she can get anything out of it.
You cannot. But that's fine. Alright. So morning comes. Are y'all planning to set out towards Falcon's Nest, Convictory? Are you staying in here? What's the plan?
Yeah, I think we.
There was nowhere else within the fort we could explore because the other path fell into the abyss.
That is correct. Which you did not know originally, but you saw.
Yeah, saw
from
it.
the
Yeah, so
map.
short of weird climbing, rappelling shit, did all of is it a path that is broken and the path continues, or literally everything from that branch?
No, it's just gone.
Okay, so it's not like there's we haven't explored over there. We can find a way to get there.
Without ruining the sense of adventure, you've explored everything that you can get to within the Dusk Vigil.
Okay. And that was we
You
have
would
this.
think you guys were gonna skip this place.
I know, super fun. So I guess the closest place next is Falcon's Rest, right?
It wasn't on the way.
Say that again, Kevin.
The closest place next was Falcon's Rest, right? To get.
So the Convictory is halfway to Falcon's Nest.
Oh, so yeah, the Convictory. Thanks, Chris. So yeah, then I guess we'd be heading out towards the Convictory.
And at this point, the Convictory is more or less it's on the way to Falcon's Nest from where you are. It's
Perfect.
slightly out of the way.
As
but
opposed to our
only
initial
slightly.
route where it was more out of the way.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
And that's where we're going to end tonight. I think that was a pretty good session.
Awesome.
Yes.
Great
Very
session.
good.
Good job, everybody. I'll get this video edited and put out tomorrow, hopefully. People seem to enjoy watching it, which is pretty cool. So,
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah, because fucking awesome.
Yeah, and then if you guys want to go back and watch them, they're up there. So, looking forward to the journal.
The shield was that. Did that give off any magical juju, or is that
to tell?
okay? It's a fancy sheet. Was
Yeah,
it
and
Ishgard or was it a house?
Ishgardian. It is just of the nation of Ishgard. What was that, Kevin?
yeah, so now I know the updated plunge because apparently they changed plunge from one version to the next. Makes sense. So I think I'm aligned.
John had the original PDF, not the one that was updated in October, and my adjustments were to the October PDF, which completely changed plunge from being extra damage to being a jump with a free attack on it.
It's kind of like a charge attack. It's cool.
Yeah,
Kinda
charge that ignores attacks of opportunity.
Exactly. It's pretty cool. Just a new way to use it.
Sounds good.
Oh.
I wasn't worried, John. I didn't think you were trying to cheat anything. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, I'm just literally just trying to play exactly from the book.
Yeah. Okay.